Ready up.
Alright, let's get it.
You go on the roof, we'll take the side windows.
Can I ball for a minute? Right on. I got this, let it roll like a night storm. Forever winning, don't you ever get
They're
in my
incoming,
way.
top level.
Otherwise, I'ma rise up in your face.
I set the tripwire.
Somebody cover the windows. I've got the ceiling. Get ready to breach.
I hear them. They're behind the wall.
I can see my name in lights. Spark from the heart and it shines so bright. Yeah, let the whole world know. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I can see my name in lights. I'm feeling alright. Yeah, so let the whole world know. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Drone out. Got him. Basement level.
We're close. Plant the EMP. Activating cloak.
He's going for the EMP.
Don't let him through. Planning now, cover me.
We're running out of time. Take him out.
Go, go, go.
Almost there.
Off one here in the front lobby, the other one falling back into A. But now they once again have complete control of this front lobby, able to go in. And let's see, now they just have complete control of A. Bagel does get the kill off Hickman. Namo coming around the corner to back him up. Zav takes out Bagel with the grenade. Zav takes out Exodin. Zav now in B. It's just Namo left, and he's pinned down from both angles. Speckles takes him out, and that is another round to RVL with brilliant coordination.
Good right now. Oh, we might see an early grenade.
That grenade does a lot of damage to Tonic himself, though. Well placed. If he didn't get back in time, that could have ended badly for him. Yeah,
did
grenade
he throw
perfectly through the
himself?
door.
Oh, that was close.
Almost got Hickman there. And they take out Tonic with a second grenade. Speckles does. Going in. There's Exo. Speckles just instantly going in, taking him out. Tabs takes out Namo. That's going to leave just two members. Only one of which is on the side under attack, being pushed from 4 angles. Tabs takes out Backhoe, and Tabs goes in. And looks like Namo's going to be coming in through here. Going to be, and Tonic going to come across Romer Caramels hiding in this corner. Just making himself as, making sure he can't be seen from that window. Tonic droning in. Caramel swinging down, he takes out Exo, he takes out Namo, there's just Tonic left.
It's on the drone.
Outside.
What?
Yes, on the drone. Caramel's getting the 3k. Lining up for another 3k here. Can he get the kills? He's wall banging one window. He just had the sight lined up to kill one with a perfect headshot. You know, Caramels takes out Exit, and Tabs dropping down, takes out Tonic, takes out Choo Choo. Hickman takes out Badcool, now it's just Namo. Breacher's ritual. Yeah.
If he throws the grenade in here, he'll get him.
Here it goes. No, the
All
ritual
that
side.
work. All that work.
And Speckles takes that Badcool, they're just peeking that. Taking shots here. Tabs takes out Exo. Choo Choo takes out. Tabs takes out Choo Choo as well. Caramel's taking out Namo. Once again, they are not even making it in the building. Just Tonic left, and they're putting a door blocker on there. Tabs runs out from underneath and gets the kill.
2 versus 2 as I Blame enters the garage. Retalker is very well hidden right now, looking for I Blame as EMP is being planted. And I Blame will take out Sauceman. Doesn't know that Retalker's in there. Oh, does! And Retalker turns away at the wrong time as I Blame finds that kill on Retalker. And
Caramel's pushing up this long hallway here. They hear the push. They're gonna be preparing for it. Exo coming in the window alongside Choo Choo. I'm gonna be droning, but the drone gets taken out by a grenade. Tabs takes out Namo, who was on the other side.
Oh, they better not. Oh. The drone guy's exposed.
Here comes Speckles. Choo Choo takes out Speckles for the refrag. Caramel getting a 3k. Again, that's another round to RVL. Caramel's going crazy this game.
Retalker and Crimson taking some shots from the older guys. As I Blame has dropped. Oh, swings on Crimson, but Retalker will find that refrag. Did Retalker recover the Vezant? No. And now Retalker has this big lunge, finds the kill on Brabadabado. Retalker takes out Deadwalk. Glitch Robot finds the kill on Rip the Cord. And it's a 2 versus 3. Not looking good for Togs right now. Excuse me, into the A cubby. Has been broken. Glitch finds the double kill on Lunch and Jess.
All right, everyone, ready up.
Alright, let's get it.
You go on the roof, we'll take the side windows.
Can I ball for a minute? Right on. I got this, let it roll like a night storm. Forever winning, don't you ever get in
They're
my
incoming,
way.
top
'Cause
level.
otherwise I'ma rise up in your face.
I set the tripwire.
Somebody cover the windows. I've got the ceiling. Get ready to breach.
I hear them. They're behind the wall.
I can see my name in lights. Spark from the heart and it shines so bright. Yeah, let the whole world know. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I can see my name in lights. I'm feeling alright. Yeah, so let the whole world know. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Drone out. Got him. Basement level.
We're close. Plant the EMP. Activating cloak.
He's going for the EMP.
Don't let him through. Planning now, cover me.
We're running out of time. Take him out.
Go, go, go.
Almost there.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the BCL. I'm your host, Gibular Bob. I'm joined here today by my wonderful co-caster, Finto. How you doing, Finto?
What's up, everyone? I'm doing good today. Excited to see this match.
Yeah, and we've got Raze on the cams. Big thanks to Raze for running that today and all of the OBS. Here we are. This is it. This is the end of the EU playoffs. Finto, we've been here for 12 weeks. We've gone through 4 rounds of playoff matches, and we're finally at the end. We've got 2 teams here, Revolt, the number 1 seed in the EU, and VRF, the number 3. They've both had to face quite a few opponents, and they've had a lot of ups and downs, a lot of tough matches, but here they are today in the finals.
Yeah, both of these teams are really skilled. They've been around in the game, some of the oldest teams in the game, both being created within about a month of the game's launch. So they have a lot of experience and quite an old rivalry between these teams, all leading up to this, the EU finals. It's going to be a good one.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I'm so excited for it. And yeah, we've got 3 very, well, maybe 3, maybe more, really exciting matches. It does look like we are going to start off on Skyscraper, and the starting team will be VRF on attack and Revolt on defense. So you know the history of these 2 teams, huh, Finto?
I think I think the first map is going to be Hideout with RVL on the attack. Sorry. I believe.
Yeah, I thought it was I thought it was Skyscraper, but
yeah, we're going on the attack for Hideout. Yeah, these 2 teams they've been around for a long time. Both they've been very hard at work since the very early days of the alpha. Some of the most skilled players in the EU scene at this time. And well, you know, they've been training for, well, you know, since the release of the alpha, 9 months. Some of these players, so it's been a long time for them, and I think this is going to be quite a good finisher to this epic season, you know, spring playoffs, everything that has led up to this game. It's going to be amazing, definitely.
100%. And you know, it's you know, a really big honor to share this with you, Finto, and Raze. And how about the 50 people who are currently tuning in here? We've already gotten a subscription from Zav the Slab. Big thanks for that. And we've got a prediction up, or we did have a prediction up at the moment. Trying to take a look and see what the results of that were.
Yeah, so it looks like you guys are leaning a bit more towards Revolt for this, which is fair enough. After their amazing performance in the last game where they came up against IVI, coming down to a single round in the game where Ollie.ctr clutched a 1v2. So they are definitely some really skilled players, and I think it's fair enough to lean towards them slightly. VRF played against Crimson Claw, who were coming in at a slightly lower seed, so not as impressive to beat them, but still a good victory. Crimson Claw were coming in at the number 8 seed, but definitely still, no doubt, are these 2 some of the best teams in the game right now.
100%. And you know, I remember that semi-final between IVI and Revolt, and like Finta said, it came down to the last round. There was either IVI going to the finals, or it was Revolt. And Revolt, they won that by that one last round. Ollie with the clutch there, and it looks like we are about to start this up. Just giving the signal to the teams, and here we go. This is it. The finals for the EU playoffs. Of course, remember, the winner of this championship will be walking away today with $2,500 US, 5 Kiwi Quest 2 battery head straps, 5 eye stocks, and of course those bragging rights there. But thank you to all of our sponsors who have provided those prize pools for the teams here today. We are going to get into Hideout, as we do see over on Revolt, that's starting eco, 4 Spectrals and a Cyclone. Over on VRF, we're starting off on defense, 3 Spectrals and 2 Cyclones.
Yeah, interesting eco here. with VRF on the defense, you know, Hideout isn't a particularly one-sided map, but RVL did show some really good skill on the attack up in their game against IVI. That's where they got the majority of their rounds. In fact, they got six rounds right off the bat in the 4th game against IVI. And amazingly, IVI managed to take it back. It's 6-6, so they might not be as skilled in the defense, so it's a good position for them to be starting off on the attack as we go into this first round of the finals.
And here we go, the round starting everything off. Currently, it does look like it. We do have Ran 7 up by Garage at the moment. Schemos out front of the house, taking out that door into Foyer. As Fuse over by Garage. Currently, we do have Hickman out on the patio as well. The sights are downstairs, gym and bar, as we do have foam applied to that storage hatch from Revolt. They've droned out the upstairs. There goes that hatch right now as the gym wall has also been breached. Hickman tossing a frag into storage. Will that find anybody? No, it won't. God Jambo. Ooh, Dex takes out Hazel as we do have God Jambo getting taken out. We do have Ran 7 now dropping down that hatch. Pixel player taken out by Ran 7. Alex Silence, a rush by Ran 7, who does secure that double kill. Typic, the last one left on VRF over by the big stairs right now. And Revolt have had a very, very strong opening here. EMP's now planted, as we do have a 1 versus 4 right now. Typic with that Spectral. The last one alive for VRF. Schemos out in storage right now. Typic rotating around to the bar, looking to go through the boiler here. We do have... What is the play going to be here from Typic? It's going to have a lot of work to do to take out Revolt on this first round. Of course, that EMP has been planted. Ooh, what's the strategy here, Finto?
It's not much, really. 4 players with the EMP down on a peak that can be seen from outside. Typic is not in a good position at all. It looks like what he's decided to do is save the small 500 that he gets with the cost, which costs him the Spectral, and keep it into the eco round going forward. Yeah, it was not a good round for VRF at all. RVL managing to just win almost all of their gunfights and quite easily push through and take control of the site.
Yeah, an exciting first round by both teams. I mean, Revolt, they did an excellent job of getting in there and establishing themselves in the site. They found a couple of early frags, and it really, really worked out for them there. We'll see if VRF can bring it back on the defense, or on the second round of defense. What do you think their strategy is going to be this round, Finto?
Looks like mostly just see if they can pick up a few kills, deny RVL a bit of the money. There's not a lot of chance of them winning, unfortunately, especially when RVL have these 2 Vezens. But you know, I've seen crazier happen in Breachers matches. So basically, there's not going to be too much of a plan for them with their current economy situation, except for wait until they have those Vezens in the 3rd round.
Yeah, and the team's currently outside of Foyer. Fuse tossing in, I think that was a frag. That didn't take anything out. That we do have a static right on the front door. Pixel player out in Garage does get spotted by that drone. Dex also in Garage at the moment as a frag tossed way out onto the patio. That will not find anybody on Revolt. I think it actually tagged Hazel a little bit, giving VRF some good intel as Dex does pick up the kill on Hazel. Hickman moving in, taken out by Pixel Players. Fuse finds Dex. Schemos takes out Typic. Fuse with a double kill on Pixel Player. It's now a 2 versus 3 as Revolt scrambling to recover those Vezens. Alex Silence, God Jambo, both in site B at the moment as Fuse looking to get foam down on that garage wall. Schemos way out in the front, still looking to shut down any kind of counterplay that VRF might put up here. As we see
Yeah.
Jambo still in the back by Pantry. What's the strategy for VRF if they want to win this?
Really, for VRF, it's to just see if they can catch anyone out on the attack here. Unfortunately, against the two Vezins, it's not going to be easy. But we did see some great gun skill with the pistols in the garage at the start. So yeah, they're going to be playing quite defensively, just seeing if they can catch anyone off guard. Really.
And VRF probably going to look to take out one of those Vezin players. If they can get their hands on one of those, it would really, really help out their first half. Is that drone taken out? I think it did spot Alex Silence before going down, but it possibly missed God Jambo, who is in the pantry, taken out by Ran 7 as Fuse looks to get that EMP planted in the kitchen island. And Alex Silence now over in Site A, just getting pushed out, has that Cyclone. So it's going to be difficult for Alex to clutch this round up, especially because Schimo's in the back of Garage with a perfect line of sight on that connector there with the Vezin, of course, the cloaking device as well. Ran 7 also in Garage with the Vezin Fuse playing Kitchen Island with that Cyclone as Alex Silence looks to pick up that kill. Might get pressed from another angle here. Schemos takes out Alex Silence. And round 2 goes to Revolt.
Yeah, there was definitely a good fight there from VRF, managing to take out two of them initially on the garage push. But RVL might start to pick up on VRF's heavy use of roamers. Although with the Vezins now, VRF could definitely start to take back a few rounds, especially when they've denied a few of RVL's players quite a fair amount of money there. It's gonna be interesting to see now. Third round is one of, if not the most crucial rounds in a match when the teams now both have Vezins. True test of skill between them. So it's gonna be, I think definitely VRF have a chance to bring it back here.
Yeah, absolutely, and we see again that Vezin round from VRF. They're looking to pick up a round win here to shut down some of that eco from Revolt. If they do lose this round, they'll have another opportunity, and they'll have some reserves to fall back on. But VRF definitely need to pick up one of this round in particular, to keep them from getting locked out in the first half. Here we see Ran 7 with that drone now moving into Garage, but we don't actually have a VRF roamer upstairs. However, Revolt just being extra careful with that drone as we see Hazel all the way over on the other side of the map by Family Room, now heading down, looks like over to Bar possibly, or Wine Cellar. That looks like what that push is. This Ran 7 still droning at the moment. The storage hatch is just opened up by Hickman, who tosses down a frag. That doesn't find Pixel Player, who is tucked behind that storage cabinet right there. Hickman now rotating outside in front of Jim. That static is going to be difficult to, or at least annoying to deal with for Revolt. We do have God Jambo in the back of Site V with that Vezin. Looking to pick up a kill here, but it's going to have to deal with both Hickman and Hazel. Nobody else from VRF currently in Site B as Hickman does open up that storage door. Hazel takes out Pixel Player's Fuse and Ran 7 moving in. Alex Silence almost taken out by Ran 7, but Tipic will pick up that kill. Dex takes out Fuse as a frag tossed over as Dex takes out Hickman with the frag. Schemos finds Alex Silence. It's now a 3 versus 2. This could be the round that VRF have needed. The EMP is not planted yet as Dex takes out Schemos. It's now just down to Hazel, who's over in the corner of Garage, finds the kill on God Jambo, but Dex secures the refrag to keep VRF in this first map.
That was definitely the round that VRF needed. Dex picking, Dex and Dex not carrying a Vezin forward into that round. I'm not sure if VRF are going to be able to afford a full set of Vezins here, but that is definitely a round that they needed to pick up to stay in this game, and is definitely going to ruin a lot of RVL's momentum. VRF in a much better position. Now you can see when they just didn't pick up the picks that they wanted, RVL needed to start getting aggressive, pushing into sight, but just didn't have VRF managing to pick up a lot more kills than they were able to in previous rounds. So yeah, definitely starting to change up the strategies a bit here and understanding each other's playstyles.
Yeah, and of course, as Finto pointed out, VRF unable to afford a full stack of Vezins this round. That's not the most ideal start for them. However, 2 Vezins is better than no Vezins. As we have Ran 7 Hickman out of garage right now. Hazel up on the roof. Ran 7 going for that drone, and Hazel just being thorough in case somebody from VRF decided to pre-frag that porch up there. So we see a frag tossed by Pixel Player. That's does tag Hickman a bit there. Who gets that heal off. Another well-placed frag! Oh, that almost takes out Fuse. Do Revolt have... they do have a second syringe. Oh, that wasn't a good start for them, though, as Gimo's way in the back by the tree, looking to find a kill, possibly on Dex, who's out in garage at the moment. Pixel Player takes out Hazel Hickman, finds that refrag, looking to pick up a second, but Dex finds that kill instead. Ran 7 out in front of the garage at the moment as Schimo's tossing that healing syringe over to Fuse, who desperately needed one of those, as we have Tipic out in kitchen at the moment, along with God Jambo. Dex, who's up on top of the counter right there. Ran 7 now moving into that garage, looking to take out that door blocker there. Do they have Breach and Foam? Fuse has it, but still watching the foyer at the moment, watching for any kind of counterplay from VRF, but they're staying nice and safe in their sights. They're going to use their numbers advantage here, except for Alex Silence, who's out on small stairs outside of Site A at the moment. May pick up this kill on Schemos here. If Alex is patient enough, we'll see. Schemos still just watching those back angles as we have 1:20 left on the clock. There's the foam on the Site B wall. As God Jambo still in the back of Kitchen Island. There goes the wall. Fuse in the back, looking to pick up a kill on God Jambo, and does find that kill. A good frag from Fuse there, as we see Dex in the back by that connector. Tipic over by Pantry. Ran 7 in the garage, looking to swing that breach as Fuse heading over into Laundry Hallway. And they have about 45 seconds on the clock for Revolt to get that EMP planted. VRF have done a good job of denying them access to the site so far. We'll see if they can keep them out for just a little bit longer. 35 seconds left on the clock as Fuse opens up that breach into Laundry Room. Tipic finds Ran 7. Fuse takes out Tipic. Dex with the double kill to give the round to VRF. They've tied it up with Revolt.
That's a 4K from Dex. Great round there for him. Yeah, that was a great round from VRF. The garage play at the start, managing, even though they lost one player, managing to pick up 2 and leave one on 12 HP. That was just the play they needed. Managed to use their positioning perfectly and catch RVL out with a bit of overconfidence there. See, the thing with RVL's attacks is they need to keep their momentum, and if you just stop a few of the entry fraggers immediately, fall back to site, and start playing really defensively, you completely slow down their attack. You completely ruin it. You see, it came down to the last like 20 seconds there, just showing how much RVL needs their momentum to carry from the start of the round all the way to the end to take the round properly.
And let's take this time to look at the scoreboard really quick. Dex 9-2, Pixel Player 2-4, Tipic 2-2, Alex Silence 0-3, God Jambo 0-4. Over on Revolt, Fuse 4-2, Hickman 3-3, Ran 7 and Schemos 3-2, and Hazel 2-2. Here we are on round 5. Just one more round before the halftime round as we have foam applied to that gym wall. Pixel Player in the back of storage at the moment. We do have trip mines down on that gym wall, and there it goes as Hickman tossing a frag deep into Site B, looking to take out a player in the fort, but nobody was there. God Jambo behind the bomb at the moment. Fuse with a good angle, still looking for somebody in fort, but nobody is there.
Ooh, again, Pixel Player.
Yeah, just on the other side of that box. Hickman standing up with that Taurus, but was spotted by Alex Silence. Looks to get away, but Pixel Player not able to find that kill there. Hickman, Hazel just outside of the site of Site B is Fuse now over by the storage door. It's a force eco round for Revolt, by the way, as Pixel player looks to possibly swing out and does! Finds Alex Silence finds a kill on Hickman. Fuse manages to get away, but it's not a good start for Revolt here. 4 versus 5 currently. Hazel up top those stairs there.
Look at ran 6, ran 7.
Oh, ran 7!
Tipic catches
Taken
him
out
out.
by Tipic. Wow, as we see a 3 versus 5 here. Chemos all the way out by Family Room. I think AFK at the moment. Ooh, that's not good for Revolt as Fuse up by Garage. Does have that breaching from Pixel player. Takes out Hazel. Fuse does get foam on that storage hatch. Pixel player still tucking in that same spot right now. As Schemos is fully AFK. Uh-oh, might get replaced with a bot here. That's not good for Revolt. They definitely didn't want to lose this round to VRF, but it looks unavoidable. It looked unavoidable at the start because they didn't have enough money to afford those Vezins, but it's looking even worse for them now as their 5th player is AFK at the moment. Oh, it looks like Schemos has returned. That's good. That's good. It's good that Revolt won't have a bot in this.
Yeah. But it looks like this round is basically in the hands of VRF. 5 Vezins versus 2 Spectrals. Yeah, they definitely just had the economy from the start. Having those weapons basically doomed RVL from the very beginning. Both teams able to just consistently hit headshots with these Vezins, and it's just working perfectly for them.
Saw Alex Silence pick up the kill on Fuse, just down to Schemos now, who again looks to be a bit AFK, but yeah, it looks like time is going to expire and give round 3 and the lead of this game to VRF.
Yeah, that's gonna be they just played that perfectly. They're getting the picks from the start, but now of course RVL with the Vezins again. I honestly, after seeing the first 2 rounds, I'm starting to feel a bit worried for VRF. But they're definitely managing to pick up 3 rounds consecutively. They're definitely starting to take this back. But with RVL, with a full set of Vezins again, this could definitely change the direction this game's going. It's always these rounds where both teams have Vezins that are the most crucial, that really change the direction of the game. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this round changes direction. Because of course, if RVL can gain back the momentum, they can go into the second half 3-3, which is a good position to be in, a good even middle ground. But so VRF are definitely going to want to pick up this round to be going in with an advantage into the second half.
100%. It would be the best case scenario for Revolt right now if they can go into the second half with that 3-3 tie. But of course, VRF looking to push for a 4-2 lead into the second half as we see Alex Silence over in Site B. Fuse currently right off of the Family Room balcony. Hazel Hickman also moving into Family Room balcony. As we see, it looks like Ran 7 droning currently for the rest of Revolt. And Schemos opening that downstairs door into Family Room. Of course, Revolt are being extra thorough, looking for any kind of counterplay from VRF, but they're not overextending here on VRF. They're just sticking to their sights and hoping that they can execute their defense very well. As we see Fuse taking out that door blocker, currently has that breaching foam on the Site A wall. There it goes as Alex Silence in the back by connector, frag toss deep. Oh, that finds Tipic as Tipic refrags Fuse with a post-death frag. An insane tossed to the corner of bathroom, but it didn't find anybody on Revolt. And they just kind of panic and rotate out of the site as Pixel player finds Hickman. They didn't stick that plant. That means time is not in favor of Revolt just yet. They want to get this round up on VRF so they can tie heading into the second half. This is their Vezin round, and they spent everything here, and they need to make sure they they pick up this tie, that would really assist them when they move to defense, but not off to a good start as we see that EMP is just kind of stranded in there and they didn't stick the plant over on Revolt. Ran 7 still out in family room balcony along with Hazel and Schemos. Hazel just checking the back. Alex silenced by that bomb. God Jambo in shower. Currently Pixel player and Dex both in the back. Just looking for some shots on a planter there. Do they have another grenade on VRF? They do not. So if Revolt plays this right, which it looks like they're doing right now, Hazel is going to stick that plant. Ran 7 finds Pixel player who was blinded there. Dex now moving up to where Pixel player was as that EMP is planted. This could be what Revolt needs. They have a disconnect right now, by the way, as Hazel looking for some shots there. Alex Silence still behind the bomb. God Jambo out in shower. Dex and Alex now pushing up as Alex finds Hazel. It's now just down to Schemos and Ran 7 to clutch us up for Revolt as Dex finds Schemos. Ran 7 takes out Alex Silence. Dex goes for the double kill and secures the round for VRF, who move into the second half of map 1 with a 4-2 lead over
VRF with an excellent play at the end there. The round was just trading who was in control and not sticking that plant immediately. Really put RVL at a disadvantage. They were stuck outside of sight, no EMP down. The EMP was down, but they didn't have control of it anymore, and it wasn't planted. And then they ran in, they managed to get the plant, and suddenly the round was in the hands of RVL. It was their game. They had control. But VRF pushing in, managing to pick up 1 or 2 frags, and then picking up the third, finally, to be able to get that defuse. A brilliant execution there from VRF, managing to retake control of that round, despite RVL's equally as brilliant efforts to take control as well just before that. It's really interesting to see these two teams play and how close they are, how close the skill gap is here, and just see this age-old rivalry have this brilliant conclusion.
See if VRF can keep that momentum up on the offense now as Revolt taking up the defensive side. Hickman tossing a frag out, trading with Pixel player there. Oh man, is Pixel very, very low, but they were able to get away over on Revolt. Hickman, oh, as God Jambo takes out Fuse, but Hickman finds Dex looking for another shot on to God Jambo. That would probably kill Jambo if Jambo got hit by that Spectral yet again. We'll see here, VRF not off to good starts. They've lost one of their players. God Jambo, Pixel player, down to 20 health. Hickman on 78, but everybody else on Revolt is currently at 100. VRF have built up a nice lead heading into the second half. We'll see if they can keep that up or if Revolt are going to tie this up. Revolt, the winners of the Spring Championship. We'll see if they can win the EU Championship as Hickman finds Pixel player. Alex Silence almost takes out Hazel's. Hickman takes out God Jambo. Typic refrags on Hickman. It's now a 2 versus 3. Just down to Alex Silence and Typic against
They're
Hazel,
all forced
Ran
back
7,
into the
and
connectors,
Schemos.
though.
Oh,
They're all
yeah,
forced
we'll
back
see.
into the connectors.
We'll
It's interesting to
VRF
see,
looking to
yeah.
get that EMP planted. That's in the hands of Alex. Silence at the moment is Hazel in the back along with Schemos. A lot of ground has been given up by Revolt. VRF just needs a little bit more momentum to push that EMP in there and get that planted, but the Schemos takes out Typic right as that EMP gets tossed to Typic. Hazel, Schemos checking that laundry always. Alex Silence is down on 2 health. Now rotating over into laundry at the moment with that Cyclone as Ran 7 in the back by the connector. A minute left on the clock and VRF needs to make a move here. Alex Silence possibly going for a salvage. Doesn't
Yeah,
have too much of value.
Yeah, really just that Cyclone, which I guess going into an eco round will save him a bit of money and give him the chance to buy more attachments or util going into the full buy the round after. So fair enough, especially 1v3, 2 HP, it was not the best situation for him. And not the best situation overall. Even though VRF had good control of the site there for a second, all of RVL were pushed back into connectors, but they just weren't able to keep it. RVL managing to pick up a few picks, a few kills, and taking control of the site again, even if from a distance from the connectors.
And time is going to expire. That means that Revolt are going to win this round. They're now 1 round off of tying VRF. And taking a look at the scoreboard here, Fuse 4-5, Hickman 7-6, Rand 7-5-4, Hazel 2-4, and Schemos 4-3. Over on VRF, Dex 11-3, Pixel Player 4-6, Typic 5-4, God Jambo 1-5, Alex Silence 3-4. So, Revolt have the money for a round 2 Vezin. We see Hickman and Schemos picking it up. The sites are Bar and Gym again. Finto, I mean, if you're VRF, what's your plan here? They're on a 4 eco at the moment.
Personally, I think I just try and play it as well as they did when they were on the eco before, but unfortunately they can't just hold angles. They're not on the defense anymore. I think it's honestly, it's going to be tricky for them to take this again, especially when they can just hold angles with these Vezins and just completely open fire. It's just so much easier to defend with Vezins than it is to attack with Vezins with pistols. So best play for them here is probably just to see if they can catch a few picks, deny a few ecos, and if they can recover some Vezins from some roamers, then they could have a chance to take this round and attack a lot more aggressively.
Yeah, definitely need to play for picks here. That's about the best that VRF can do on this eco round for them right now. They're gonna try not to get tied up again by Revolt, but that seems a bit inevitable at the moment. Yeah, Hickman and as well as Rand7 and Schema, so 3 round 2 Vezins from Revolt at the moment. And we'll see what kind of value they can get out of those. We have a drone moving through Wine Cellar at the moment. It is going to be that Wine Cellar push from VRF. As Finto was saying, it looks like they're just going to try and do as much damage as they possibly can to the eco of Revolt before going down. They're going to want to try and recover some of those Vezins. That would greatly assist VRF in these next few rounds if they could do that. Fuse almost getting shot through the wall, just able to make it away before God Jambo can find those shots. As Alex Silence now rotating into Wine Cellar. We've got God Jambo right outside a bar. Might pick up a kill on Hickman here. Opens the window as Hickman just barely able to escape. Almost getting taken out by God Jambo and almost taking out God Jambo as Hickman. Now on 15. Dex finds Schemas. Fuse takes out Typic. As VRF are establishing into site A, God Jambo finds Fuse. Dex takes out Rand7. It's now just down to Hickman and Hazel, who are in the boiler at the moment. Hazel takes out Pixel players. Dex finds Hickman. It's now just down to Hazel, who does have that Vezin over in boiler at the moment. It's 1 versus 3. VRF are very low, but Hazel has a lot of work here to do. Finds 1 on Dex. Needs to take out 2 to clutch this up and tie up the game for Revolt. In this second half, God Jambo finding some shots on Hazel, who's now down to 9 health. Needs to get that heal off as the EMP is taking down now the 30-second warning. Hazel has 2 heals, but both of them are currently spent. As we do have God Jambo in the back of Site A. Alex Silence watching that angle on the EMP over in Arcade, and Hazel might swing out here, looking to pick up a kill on Alex Silence or God Jambo. Looks to find one on God Jambo. It does. It's now just down to Alex Silence as Hazel doesn't find the kill just yet. Alex Silence running away, and Hazel needs to stick the defuse, but its time runs out for Revolt. Can Hazel take out Alex Silence to complete the value for Revolt? No! Goes down to Alex Silence at the last second. That's devastating for
He
Revolt.
misses the Vezin. Oh no, he does get the Vezin.
Man. But yeah,
And he
but
gets
look
the
at that. Hazel
syringe as
drops
well.
2 healing syringes for VRF, and wow, on an eco round, VRF getting that round up.
What? That was insane. What happened there? That was crazy. So VRF running into sneaking up on site with a full set of pistols, but RVL heard a few audio cues, completely picked up on it. Put 5 players with 4 Vezins on that site. VRF opened every single wall and window, and with pistols, some of them using Jespers, managed to completely clear sight, get the EMP down, and execute it perfectly, forcing the 2 remaining players back into the connector, which they managed to hold perfectly. Pixel winning the 1v1 at the end there, once again with just a pistol. That was completely unexpected, even though we predicted a play for Pix, maybe recover a few resins. No, they went for it, and it worked. An amazing play from VRF. Absolutely amazing.
It absolutely did work, as we have Alex Silence now droning the downstairs of Family Room. Pixel player God Jimbo. Oh, I had no idea you could even shoot through that wall like that. What on earth? As Hazel over in the doorway, we do see Dex Tipic moving into Family Room balcony. VRF have built up a nice lead here. 2 rounds over Revolt. Again, they've got the Vezins. They've bought they spent a lot of money into this round, as Hickman with that frag tossing it out onto Family Room balcony. Looks to pick up a kill, but Tipic manages to avoid it. Hazel now over in the bathroom. Looks to swing out that frag, might find Hazel. It doesn't. But Hickman currently behind the bomb as Tipic looked to find a kill there, swinging on Hickman. But Tipic is the one who takes the damage in that exchange. God Jambo watching the hatch as a flashbang has been primed by Pixel player Hickman in the back of site A currently. As we see Pixel around to the right, and they need to get that EMP down over on VRF. Another frag toss deep into the site as Alex Silence takes out Hickman. A flashbang as Fuse and Hazel just kind of stuck in the shower at the moment. It's a 4 versus 5 currently, as Ran 7 just below that bedroom hatch. God Jambo is watching that. As we have Schemos, Fuse, and Hazel all in the back of site A. And look at this. VRF have planted the EMP. Ran 7 just moving through that rotation there. Looks to find a kill. But Alex Silence stops that rotation as Pixel player finds 2. It's now just down to Fuse and Ran 7. Fuse does have that Vezin, but very low on 25 health. As Tipic finds that kill, it's now just down to Ran 7, who finds the kill on Pixel player. As we have the 30-second warning on the EMP. Oh my goodness, Ran 7 takes out Tipic before going down to Dex, who secures that refrag. And that gives VRF match point of map 1.
Yeah, VRF with their Vezins easily able to take control and just playing to just try and get some damage before they'd even breached the wall. VRF, RVL were just not prepared for it with the weapons they had. And VRF's just amazing coordination pushing into there. It did not work out for them at all. I think VRF definitely are in a very good position this round, especially with RVL's eco, to take the first game.
100%, yeah, and you know, Revolt, they're able to scrape 3 Vezins together. Of course, they are not saving on this round. This is their last chance. If they lose this to VRF, map 1 is going to go to VRF, and that would be a good start to the final game for the finals for Revolt. Of course, there is still another map that they can win here, and the best opportunity or the best result for Revolt to secure right now is that draw in map 1 to void this point. We see Tipic droning out site A at the moment. Will Revolt clutch this up and stay in this first map, which is Hideout, or will VRF secure this first win? Currently, we see a drone by Tipic. VRF have had an excellent offense so far, as we have Alex Silence moving into Laundry. Fuse up in Pantry at the moment. Tucking right outside of Pantry is that drone moving in. Ooh, I don't think it spotted Fuse. That could be bad for VRF if they're not watching their flank there, as Fuse getting ready to go for a roam at the moment. We see Pixel, Alex, and Tipic all up in kitchen at the moment, but Fuse finds the kill on Tipic, and it's a good start for Revolt. Fuse needs to get out of that site as fast as possible, and does. Heads downstairs as Dex, now just outside of bar, does have that breaching foam, and wow, popped the gym wall. That might confuse Revolt there a little bit, as Dex does have that cloaking device, getting ready to swing into A, walking into a static as Fuse takes out Pixel player, gets refragged by Alex Silence, and VRF are in site A as God Jambo finds 2. It's now just down to Hazel and Ran 7. They need to they need to win this round to stay in this first map. Hazel tossing a frag. That's not going to find anybody, as we see the EMP is planted by VRF, and they've got a good spread over on this site at the moment. Hazel looking to rotate through Arcade with that Vezin, trying to find a kill on Alex Silence. He is rotating over to Bar at the moment, and Hazel need to find some shots in there. God Jambo way in the back of that site as Hazel finds Alex Silence. Ran7 takes out Dex. Hazel takes out God Jambo, and they do it. Revolt clutches up, and they stay in this first map.
Wow, what a close round. 2 versus 3, clutching it up, just hitting every single headshot they needed there to put them now on 4-6, recovering that those Vezins, keeping the money, keeping the syringes, and ruining a fair amount of VRF's economy. A brilliant clutch there from Hazel and Ran. Well played to both of them. Very, very good play there.
Absolutely, and I mean, if we take a look at the eco here over on Revolt, they've got a lot of Vezins now. Schema's the only one unable to pick Vezin. VRF have some reserves to fall back on. They picked up 4 Vezins. They got the util. And ideally for VRF, they'd like to pick up the win on this round. That's easier said than done, though. Revolt, they definitely saved themselves there with that previous round. Let's take a look at the scoreboard really quick. Fuse 7-8, Hazel 7-6, Hickman 7-9, Ran7 8-6, and Schemos 4-6 over on VRF. Dex 15-5, Pixel Player 6-9, Alex Silence 6-5, God Jambo 4-7, and Tipic 6-7. VRF still on match point. Revolt have to win 2 more rounds before they can clutch up this first map and end it as a draw. Will VRF win this first map? We see, it looks like Revolt went bowling and almost took out Dex there. Good thing VRF had a heal. They're able to keep Dex alive as Ran7 watching the living room there. That window has been popped open by VRF. Ran7 just watching out into foyer, keeping an eye on both of those angles as God Jambo just outside the living room window. Alex Silence possibly looking to make entry on the small stairs, but it's static up there. That's going to be a bit pesky for VRF to deal with. Ran7 is getting wrapped in the living room at the moment. Tipic makes entry on small stairs. This Pixel Player, God Jambo, just outside the living room, and Ran7 again. Looks to find a kill on Tipic and gets Tipic down to 13, but just doesn't secure that. However, God Jambo will pick up that kill. Now a 4 versus 5, but VRF are in pretty bad shape as they make entry into the building here. God Jambo tossing a heal down to Tipic. That's a little better for VRF as Tipic with that Taurus right now. And Hazel over in family room as Dex finds the kill on Fuse. We see Alex Silence over on small stairs at the moment. Hazel just outside of that door blocker looking to pick up some kills. There's Tipic, takes out Schemos. Hickman finds Pixel Player with a frag, gets refragged by God Jambo. And it's now a 4 versus 1. It's just down to Hazel and Revolt. They clutch up the previous round, but Hazel's going to need to 1v4 here in order to keep Revolt in this first map and try and secure a draw here. Hazel getting tagged, finds the kill on Dex. But Tipic refrags, and map 1 of the EU Finals will go to VRF 7-4.
A really good game, some very close moments. I honestly thought instantly it could be over for VRF. It could be a 14-0 when we saw the first 2 rounds easily go to RVL with their coordinated pushes and great aim. But VRF just gained back their own momentum on the full buy round and managed to take it back and show their skill. Definitely a really good round. RVL on the leaderboard had quite an even distribution of kills. They're all quite skilled players, and no one really had showed any particular skill more than any others. Dex, though, on VRF, picking up more than double any of his teammates. A really good player for this first game, a crucial player for VRF. So well played to him this game. Well played to all the members of VRF before we go into the second round.
100%. And taking a look at the scoreboard one last time, Fuse 7-9, Hazel 8-7, Hickman 8-10, Ran7 8-7, and Schemos 4-7 over on VRF. Dex finished 16-6 Pixel Player 6'10", God Jambo 6'7", Alex Silence 6'5", and Tipic 8'7". I definitely agree with Finta there. It didn't look good for VRF at the start, but wow, they came back with explosive pace. And that, I think one of the key rounds that they had there that secured them that win was that eco round where they were able to take out multiple Vesson players from Revolt. That kept them not only in the game, but it put them in a very advantageous position heading into the second into that second half. And it was a great start from VRF. They're going to pick up the first map point here. Map 2 is going to be Factory, and we'll see if Revolt can pick up the pace that they need here and clutch us up and get that second map point to tie them up, and hopefully we'll see a third map on the finals here. Of course, the final prizes for the winning team here. Whoever wins this wins the whole tournament. They are the champions. Of course, that prize is going to be $2,500 US, 5 Kiwi Quest 2 battery head straps, 5 eye stocks, and of course the bragging rights of being the BCL EU champion team. That's no small feat. Again, they've had to take out many different opponents to get to this point, both Revolt and VRF, and there is a second place prize, but they're both gunning for victory here because that would mean so much more to both of these teams. But how surprising that first map would go to VRF, as it looks like a lot of people thought Revolt was going to win that first map. I mean, we had a very, very big vote for Revolt, but who knows what people are going to bet now. Oh yeah, there go all the points for VRF Velocity. We now have everybody voting in. VR Floopy betting on his own team. Over on
yeah, I guess you'll have faith. Yeah.
Oh, look at this, Finto. It looks like Revolt was going to be still the favorite to win there, but VRF has taken the lead, 65%. Of course, I'd like to take a moment to thank again Finto for being my co-cast today. Ray's over on the cameras. Big thanks to both of those. A big thanks to OGY Zuko, the casting manager for the BCL, put together all of these assets and was really kind of the spearhead of the whole operation here. So big thanks to Zuko. I believe he's in the chat right now, so thanks for all that you do. And a big thank you to everybody here. We had about 91 viewers peak in that match. So yeah, this is really exciting, and don't go away. We still have another map here. It looks like we are taking a small timeout over on the teams, and we'll see. Felipe spent all of his points to wager on VRF. Well, we'll see. We'll see if they can pick up that round. What about the history of both of these teams, Finto? You have anything to add?
Oh, well, it's a long way. There's definitely been some interesting moments between these two teams. Of course, being some of the oldest teams and being two of the oldest teams in EU, definitely. And for the whole world, they are both very well known. The beef between them, the fights, and the scrims that they used to do was amazing. They've both definitely constantly been known as some of the top teams, and they used to be the top two teams, and they both had a few moments where they weren't at the top, but they've both come back now for this epic finale to the 9 months since the start of the alpha up until now of fights, scrims, matches, and everything that's led up to this. So it's definitely going to be interesting. RVL only needs to tie this next game to bring it to a third map. So it's going to be exciting. I think they definitely can do well going into this. Can take this back.
Yeah, and we'll see what happens. I mean, Factory, pretty balanced map, as most people would say. So it's really anybody's game. I don't know if map advantages would be a big point here, you know, for either of these teams. I mean, they're so good on both sides that I think you know, it really comes down to how well they play as a team, compared to, is the map attacker sided, is the map defender sided. But we shall certainly see. We had Floopy joining VRF and hyping them up for a little bit, as we are still waiting on some of those players to reconnect at the moment. Yeah, I'm really excited to see who is going to win this second map. Of course, if VRF wins this one, then we'll be done pretty early. They'll be crowned the EU BCL champions. We'll see if they can bring it, you know, bring that pace that they need on the second map here.
Yeah, it'd be huge for them.
Yeah, it would.
They are definitely
it would be very, very big.
They are definitely the underdogs going into this. You know, you could see just by the poll that was put in the first place, they are, you know, they weren't really the fan favorites. RVL are just known to be consistently one of the best and have shown it in their recent matches. And VRF haven't really shown off too much of the skill, you know, in their past matches and scrims. And it seems that they've been sharing it all, saving it all for this. And I didn't expect them to be performing this well going into this, so they've definitely been keeping their skill and strategies hidden away just for this.
I mean, it's been very interesting concerning VRF, because they were actually the first EU team to play in the playoffs here. I casted VRF versus Dead Marchers with Jonesy, and VRF managed to win that 2-1. And then they moved into the second round, where they faced off another tough opponent, Wolfpack EU. VRF won that 2-1. Then they moved into round 3, where Crimson Claw faced off against VRF, and they won that 2-0. And here they are in the finals, where they are facing Revolt. And speaking of Revolt, they actually started off in round 2. They were the only team to start in the second round, because they were the #1 seed of the EU. And they faced off against French Onward Union in round 2. They beat them 2-0. Then they moved on to the semi-finals, where they faced off against IVI, as Finto and I, we cast that, and I don't think we'll ever forget that map. Yeah. That match, that was like a 3.5 hour long stream, and it all came down to one round.
One player.
One clutch. Yeah, one player. It came down to Ollie, who clutched up against the last 2 members of IVI and secured Revolt's spot in the finals here. So
the clips
it was
of
an
which
incredible match.
will be all over the TikTok if you're not already following that. Some great clips on there, all procured by Ojuai Zuko himself. So make sure to go and check those out, because definitely some great clips on there from all of the recent matches. Great clutches. All of the best bits in one place, so go check out the TikTok.
And this is a good time to mention that if you do enjoy the stream here, a follow is appreciated at this moment. Marcy, thank you for the follow here. Really appreciate that. And of course, remember that if you do want to support the team behind this, you can hit that donate button at the bottom of your stream page. 100% of the donations do go to the casting team who runs that stream. 96% of the sub and ad revenue also goes to the casting team, with the remaining 4% being added to a pool. And at the end of the season, the player with the most highlights will win that. So we're getting down to that. So we'll see who had the most highlight plays and who will walk away with that extra little prize pool. But at the moment, we are heading into the second map. VRF, if they win this right here, they'll win the whole thing, and they'll become the EU BCL champions, and they'll win that wonderful little prize provided by all of our sponsors, who we deeply appreciate for supporting season 1 of the BCL here. So Finto, sights downstairs. What do you think the plan is going to be from VRF on the start?
VRF, well, it looks like they're setting up to push into orange. Quite basic. They're probably going to be relying on winning their gunfights mostly. The thing with Factory is it's so old that almost all of its secrets have been revealed, shown to light, and were, you know, brought to light, and everyone's pretty knowledgeable about them. So a lot of the strategies on this map come down to pure skill and team communication and coordination, which I think VRF is going to be focusing on rather than bringing out any amazing unexpected strats. I think it's just going to be pure skill and coordination, pushing into the orange staircase here and orange storage.
Frag, that could have found Hickman or Hazel if they panicked and ran back, but of course, good discipline from Revolt. As Pixel player Dex, God Jambo now entering orange storage. Hazel rotating back into the site as a frag. Ooh, that sounded like a frag, but I don't think it was primed. No, it wasn't primed. Dex tossing frag into center as Hazel pushing up under the storage racks there. Typic out in orange storage at the moment as God Jambo, Pixel player Dex all making their way through orange hallway at the moment. Alex Silence looks to enter in through possibly Janitor. No, rotating out towards the lobby where we have Zav the Slav now playing for Revolt here. Oh, almost found and is found by Alex Silence as Hickman takes out Typic. As this is a good start for, well, I would say both teams are pretty even right now. Hickman over in Workshop on 61 health at the moment. And of course, no team bought a support item, but we do have a breach from Orange Hallway, another from Electrical. We'll see. VRF have opened up the map to their liking. We'll see if they can get that EMP in there and plant it. Hickman, of course, is going to be a problem. Looks to swing on Pixel player and does find the kill. Gets refragged by God Jam, but it's now a 3 versus 3 as Dex takes out Ran 7. Alex Silence finds Schemos despite being on 1 health. Dex on 16. It's now just down to Hazel, who has to clutch this up for Revolt. Wants to keep them. Dex covers God Jambo and finds the kill on Hazel to give round 1 to VRF.
Really even round, just trading 1 for 1 in kills there. And it looked like it was starting to lean towards RVL with their good angles, but VRF just spontaneously, all of them swinging all the different corners at the same time, each winning their individual gunfights and taking that, it's really good work from them there. And RVL just not able to quite have the same hold. It was a good start for VRF, but of course, most of the pressure lies on the full buy round, which will be next round.
Oh yeah, and I mean, VRF, they are interesting. They didn't buy a round 2 Vesson. Instead, they bought a round 2 Omen. We see a Taurus from Typic. Cyclones, 2 Spectrals. It's a bizarre second round loadout from VRF, but they are going for an extra Eco round so that they can have a little more money in the next round. We'll see if the strategy pays off for them as well. Ran 7 on the bridge takes out that drone very, very early. Dex, Alex, Silence outside a break room right now as Dex enters along with Alex. It's a fast opening from VRF. Ran 7 might get a lot of damage here, depending on how VRF plays this. We'll see. Pixel player up on the bridge right now, looks to find the shots and takes out Ran 7. That's an early kill for Revolt to give up here, as we do have Hickman out in the hallway just outside of Site A. Slav, Zav the Slav, right by the bomb on the bench. There's Schemos over in control room. Pixel player out on the bridge along with Typic, and VRF entering in through assembly. It's going to be an assembly push possibly on Site A there as Hickman over in the hallway. Schemos takes out God Jambo. That tucking paid off as Hickman takes out Typic. Pixel player finds Hickman, does get secure that refrag, but it's now a 3 versus 3. And that Omen from Alex Silence might put in a lot of work here depending on how well VRF uses that. Currently, Schemos is tucking in Site A. Alex Silence takes out Hazel's Zav the Slav refrags. It's now just down to Pixel player and Dex. Pixel is very, very low. Zav is very low as Foam is on the wall. Zav is on 10 health. Pixel on 16. We'll see what happens to VRF and Revolt here. They're trying to find the extra players. It is Dex now entering in Site A. Zav the Slav just outside on upper orange as Pixel player is getting that EMP planted, and this was smart for VRF to just play back here and not push and overextend out into the site. They've got that EMP planted. Now they just need to defend it for a minute. Zav is still over by upper orange as Dex finds the kill on Schemos. It's now just Zav against Pixel and Dex, but Both of them are pretty low. However, Zav is very low. Does have that Omen right now. Looking to push up on Pixel. Oh, but Pixel finds the kill on Zav the Slav. And VRF have claimed their second round over Revolt.
Yeah, really, once again, VRF they played it quite slowly there, just for picks, which is pretty good for their with their economy. Just with the pistols was their best option there, especially when both of their drones got taken out immediately by Ran. But now it's the Vezin round, and this is where things start getting important. If remember, RVL had two rounds up, and it looked not a good situation for VRF in the first game. So we could see that happen to VRF here, and RVL could take some momentum from VRF and start to take some rounds. So this is going to be important. This is a big round for both teams.
Yeah, Revolt, I'd say definitely want to win this round. They want to stay in this first half. If they don't win this, they are on the verge of entering what I call snowball territory, when they just don't have enough money to scrape Vezins together to contest with VRF anymore. We'll see. Ran 7 getting hit quite a bit by Pixel Player early into the round on 43 health at the moment. Revolt needs to be careful here. They only have 1 heal, and it was just burned on Ran 7, of course. It will recharge, but that's going to take a little while, as VRF droning early. What do you think the push is going to be? It looks like it's going to be lobby.
Yeah, it looks like it is managing to open that. Although Ran did spot them at the start. I think they hit him when they opened the window. I don't even think they realized he was there until they opened it. But Ran will alert the whole team basically to where the push is coming from. So they're going to be playing quite slow and see if they can catch any RVL members getting a bit too aggressive.
Yeah, as we see Typic, Dex, Pixel all in lobby at the moment. It looks like, possibly VRF going for a hatch play. We do see over in Museum right now, God, Jambo, and Typic. Yeah, they are foaming that Museum hatch, which will drop them right in Electrical. We'll see if they do the one in the kill box as well. Doesn't look like anybody's heading over there. That would put them right in Site A. There's the breach on the hatch. Is God Jambo now watching that? That might be a good angle to shut off some counterplay from Revolt. But we'll see as the rest of the team now making their way through Orange Hallway. About a minute and a half left on the clock. VRF have taken their time with this opening push. Ran 7 is, of course, tucking in the corner of Orange Storage at the moment. It's Typic, Pixel out in Orange Hallway. Dex in Electrical. Alex Silence was there at first, but now rotating back out as we have a breach from Orange Hallway, a breach from Electrical. Hazel looking to find a kill on Dex. Is pressed in that corner as Typic takes out Schemas. Pixel Player finds Zav the Slav. Hazel looking to push out very low from the frag. There's Typic takes out Hazel. Pixel Player finds Hickman. It's now just down to Ran 7, who's got to ace this round to keep Revolt in the first half of this game. Oh my goodness, this has not gone well for them at all.
Yeah, almost instantly, VRF picking up the kills on everyone except for the only person who wasn't on site. Easily able to push in with all the angles covered, and the smoke just the RVO was just completely confused, didn't know properly where the push was actually coming from as they pick up that kill on Ran, taking the full buy round, putting them at a huge advantage going forward.
Yeah, let's take a look at the scoreboard really quick. Revolt, Hickman 3-3, Zav the Slav and Schemos 1-3, and both Hazel Ran 7 0-3 at the moment. VRF, Pixel Player 5-1, Dex 4-0, having a perfect game at the moment. Alex Silence 3-1, God Jambo 1-1, Typic 2-2. And Revolt, they are buying into this round. They're scraping currently for 3 RCPs. Ran 7 going for that Viper Hickman with the Taurus. And they're desperately trying to hold on here and prevent the snowball from VRF from happening. Although it might be a bit too late at the moment. VRF has a lot of Vezins. They got a lot of util, and they all have over 4,000 points to fall back on in case they go down. So they have quite a bit in the reserves there. We'll see. Revolt, this would be a good start for them if they could pick this round up. Of course, it's not impossible for them to get this round up on VRF. They're going to need to be very creative with how they defend on this map. As Hickman swinging out and finds a kill on God Jambo, and that's a promising start. But Pixel player dropping in and refragging Hickman, but Zab picks up 2. This could be the round that
With the RCP.
Revolt needed. Yeah, that RCP really paying off for Zab the Slav there, as Dex, Typic over in Blue Vendings. This didn't work out at all for VRF, but Revolt are very happy with the start of this round as they're able to recover a Vezin. That's in the hands of Hazel right now, who's over in Lockers along with Zav the Slav. Zav the Slav takes out Dex. It's now just down to Typic. And this didn't go well for VRF at all, but Revolt going to be very happy with this round if they can clutch this up. And Hazel over in Lockers at the moment with Zav the Slav. Typic looking to possibly swing, but gets swung by Hazel. And just like that, Revolt have put their team on the board for this round. A good start as they recover 4 Vezins, and 2 heals from VRF.
I mean, we sit here and talk on about how the game could already be over for Revolt because they don't have the same kind of economy, they don't have those weapons, and these players, almost in spite of us, just come along with the RCP and prove us wrong completely. Amazing play from Zav, sitting in that corner, timing it perfectly, picking up the double against 2 Vezins with an RCP. Even though a lot of RVL went into that round with pistols and SMGs, they exited with a full set of Vezins, and, well, the morale will be high after that one. VRF do have these Vezins going into this 5th round, though. 100%,
and, yeah, he had a good point there. It was looking dangerous for Revolt there. If they didn't win that one, we could have possibly seen a first half lockout. Now, Revolt, the best they can do right now is tie it up heading into the second half, which would be a very, very nice start for them. Hazel going bowling, doesn't find anybody, however, rotating back behind the partition in orange storage as that drone looking to spot and does spot Hazel. Oh, it's still spotting Hazel back there. And it's just serving as a big annoyance to Hazel, who's now rotating back into site B. No, sticking out in orange storage. This is so dangerous, but it could be a very... Oh no, Hazel getting flashed, but gets back into site B just in time as Hickman's out of the slab over in site B as well. Pixel player finds a kill on Ran 7. God Jambo very, very low on 30 health at the moment. VRF, they fell back on reserves. They'll have reserves to fall back on in the next round as well. But Revolt off to a good start here. Ran 7 did go down, but it forced a lot of util from VRF. However, VRF put foam on that storage. Whoa, Schemos takes out Pixel player. Alex Silence refrags as Dex takes out Hickman through the wall there. Oh no, it's falling apart for Revolt here as Hazel with that Vezin now taking the doorway from orange storage as God Jambo taking that door as well. Hazel rotating over to the other side by the breach, looking to pick up a kill. It does find Dex. Typic. Oh, Hazel picks up a second, a third, a triple kill.
Oh my goodness.
Oh
my goodness. The
wow.
clutch.
What an impressive clutch by Hazel on Revolt. Oh my goodness, that keeps them in this game a little bit longer.
Arguably best play of the match so far. An amazing clutch there, 2v4, but they didn't even need the extra person. It might as well have been a 1v4 because Hazel just ran in and picked up 4 kills like it was nothing, keeping RVL in the game, destroying VRF's eco that bit more even though they do still have those Vezins, and boosting the RVL morale even higher. A great play from Hazel. Absolutely insane.
So, as I mentioned in the previous round, VRF still have reserves to fall back on. They got those 3 rounds, and they saved enough money to be good for the remainder of the first half. So we'll see. Revolt only needs 1 round to tie it up heading into the second half. That would be very nice for them. They look to be a very aggressive team, so possibly they could lead a very aggressive attack and then maybe get a win over VRF here. At the very least, tie it up. Revolt, they want to stay in this finals. but VRF, they're not to be trifled with here. They picked up 3 straight rounds on Revolt at the beginning of this, and if they work together and they have good comms, good strategies, they could easily pick up another round here and go into the second half 4-2. We do see Tipic and Pixel both droning out just outside of Bridge at the moment. It's Dex and Alex in break room. We do see Schemos on top of the desk in Site B. Hazel over in conference. And Hazel is a pretty aggressive player for Revolt, and that really paid off in the previous round as Hazel pushed into the VRF formation there and secured all 4 of those kills. And wow, what a play as Rand 7 up in lockers at the moment. We see VRF again pushing through assembly. Now last time they lost some players pretty quickly due to a pick by Schemos there, and Hickman found some. They ended up winning that round. We'll see if they can win this one as well. Hazel over in Museum at the moment as we see Tipic, Godjambo both in control room. Pixel player rotating back out into assembly, watching that flank, which is pretty smart for VRF. They don't want to leave their backs exposed. There's Zavislav up on the counter. Schemos behind the trash can. 1:20 left on the clock, and VRF is going to have to start making a move here. Alex Silence has opened up the window over on Grabble, possibly looking to enter through the bathroom. There's Pixel player tagged by that frag, but does manage to get away before losing too much health as Schemos back by the trash can. Hickman over in server at the moment. Zav up on the counter. It's a breach from control room as Hazel looking to swing from the left. That's over at Site B. Finds the kill on Godjambo. Tipic looks for a refrag, but Hazel rotates back into Site B, and Revolt are definitely taking advantage of the space they have here. As Dex does find the kill on Hazel. Schemos takes out Pixel player. It's a 4 versus 3 at the moment. Can VRF clutch this up and go into the second half of 4-2? Hickman finds 2. It's now just down to Dex. Could we see Revolt? Oh my goodness, Schemos taken out by Dex as Zavislav pushing through control at the moment. Dex is just so caught right now, running into the line of fire on 5 health. Takes out Rand 7. Can we see Dex pick up the remaining kills on Zavislav? Oh, Hickman flicks onto Dex. And that's it. Revolt have tied it up heading into the second half.
Yeah, wow. 3-3, a good position for Revolt to be in, especially now that the momentum is in their hands. Even though not in the economy, with the morale, they definitely will be really happy about that and will be very confident going on the attack here. RVL definitely perform a lot better on the attack, so I think this is likely to be, I don't know, it could go to them. And of course, as I said earlier on, in case you missed it, they only need a draw or a win to send to a third map.
Yeah, and we'll see. Let me take a look at the scoreboard here again. Pixel player 7-4, Dex 8-3, Alex Silence 4-4, Godjambo 1-4, and Tipic 2-5. Over on Revolt, Hickman 7-5, Zavislav 4-3, Hazel 6-4, Schemos 3-5, and Rand 7 0-5 at the moment. It started off looking like VRF might win this map pretty easily, but Revolt, they came back 3 straight rounds to head into the offense, tied with VRF. They're certainly not out of this yet. They need to pick up a win here on this map, and then they'd head into the third map on an even playing field. If VRF manages to win this, then they would need to win or tie the last one. But wow, what an early frag by Hickman to take out Tipic. A very, very good frag as Pixel player tossing one of their own. Zavislav finds that kill as Hickman rotating over to Orange Storage. Hazel, Rand 7, possibly looking to make entry in there, but there is an Ensign that's slowing them down as they are making entry, and VRF just sticking to their sights. It's a 3 versus 5 at the moment. This is definitely the pace that Revolt needed. They're an aggressive offense team here. They are pushing. I mean, there's still 2 minutes left on the clock, and they're already making the move on the side as Godjambo finds the kill on Hazel. and Hickman pushing into the site. Might get taken out by Alex Silence here. And is taken out by Alex Silence. Zav still in the breach along with Ran 7 Schemos. Oh, as Zav takes out Alex Silence. Ran 7 looks to find a kill on God Jambo, who is playing connector at the moment. Dex in center as Schemos just watching the orange hallway at the moment. It looks like Revolt quickly switching up their strategy here. Dex and God Jambo seem to have detected this as they move over into Site A. Dex on Workshop at the moment. God Jambo in connector, just still watching that connector, which is a good idea for VRF. There's now 1:10 left on the clock, and this round has slowed down, but it looks like Revolt making their way over into Orange Hallway at the moment. Are we possibly going to see that two-prong from Orange Hallway and Electrical? I wonder. God Jambo over in the back of Workshop at the moment is Ran 7 out in Electrical along with Zav the Slav. Schemos out in Orange Hallway. Zav, it is going to be a two-prong as Dex tucking right inside of that, right next to the Workshop there, as Ran 7 takes out God Jambo. It's now just down to Dex, who swings and takes out Ran 7, but gets refragged by Zav the Slav to give Revolt the lead of map 2.
Yeah, this is definitely the momentum they needed, especially now going into the full buy round. They're going to have a lot more. Well, not, yeah, especially going into this round, they're going to have a lot more to spend on Bezins. It's definitely a good situation for them. VRF just not having the same momentum they did near the start of the game, and yeah, just really good for RVL here. They're locked in. They're locked in.
Oh, absolutely, and they have, you know, 3 of those round 2 Vezins right now. So we see a Spectral from Ran 7. Oh, it's a 4th round 2 Vezin from Revolt. Oh, very, very interesting. We do see 2 Spectrals, a Cyclone, and 2 Jespers from VRF. In case anybody was thinking, you know, it's all over on this round for VRF. I mean, let's not forget about map 1 where they they managed to beat Revolt on their eco round. So we'll see what happens here. It is, of course, still going to be tough for VRF, but we'll see if they can clutch this round up and give themselves some Vezins heading into the rest of this second half. Of course, Revolt now a whole round up on VRF. This could set the tone for the second half. That would be very nice for Revolt if they could pick up another series point right here, as we have Hickman just outside of Blue Hallway at the moment. Ran 7, Hazel up top along with Zav the Slav, who is droning storage right now. Hazel drops in along with Ran 7. Ooh, Hazel getting very lit up by God Jambo there. Ran 7 with that Vezin, looking to put in a lot of work there. Hickman making entry into lockers as God Jambo is taken out by Hazel. Hickman takes out Tipic. It's now a 3 versus 5 at the moment. We see Schemos just outside of Blue Vendings at the moment, as we have Zav the Slav in Blue Vendings. EMP is getting planted by Hazel as Hickman and Hazel over in the cubby. Zav the Slav finds a kill on Pixel player. It's now just down to Dex and Alex Silence for VRF. It's a 2 versus 5. This did not go VRF's way at all. And it could be very advantageous for Revolt. They won that previous round. They got plenty of Vezins for this second round, and they'll give themselves a nice equal boost with this.
The 4 weapons on the roof just lined up, pointing at that EMP, ready for when someone tries to go for that defuse. There is no chance VRF are getting this one.
It's a firing squad. Oh my goodness, there's no way that anybody can enter and try and defuse that EMP, but Dex finds Hazel. This is a 4 versus, as Schemos takes out Dex, Hickman takes out Alex Silence, and my goodness, what a strategy from Revolt. But hey, it really worked, and it gave him a 2-round lead over VRF right now.
Yeah, it's I think VRF though, now with these Vezins, with some of the skill they've shown earlier in the games, could definitely take a few rounds back. It's definitely gonna start. We're nearing the end of this game, and it's gonna be close. if VRF can take back this round, 5-4 is a good position to be in. So yeah, it's
and we
gonna
do
be
see
a close match.
VRF. This is their Vezin round. As Dex picking up that frag there. Revolt. They have plenty of util on their offense. Of course, if they win this round, they are going to be on match point. We'll see what happens to VRF here if they can stop Revolt from getting that match point. But VRF in the danger zone at the moment. They have no more room for error if they want to win this second map. It's still possible. However, they're going to need to win 4 straight rounds over Revolt, which is easier said than done, I would say, as Alex Silence currently
Yeah.
in upper orange. Zav the Slav schemas outside of assembly, and VRF really likes to push in through assembly. Not something you typically see. It's typically an orange storage breach or, lobby, and you don't often see a breach in assembly, but possibly VRF might be expecting this. I don't know. It looks like they're set up for that breach from orange storage, but currently the only player from Revolt out there is Ran7, who is possibly just playing for picks and trying to find a kill on Pixel, which would be a very good opening for Revolt. But Pixel rotating back into Site B at the moment. They don't have a healing syringe over on VRF, so not a good start for them at the moment, as we do have a breach into Workshop. God Jimbo takes out that drone. Probably going to want to move there before Revolt can take out God Jambos. We have, they're map wrapping VRF right now as Alex Silence takes out Zav the Slav. A good start for VRF. They take out a player from Revolt early, and that'll help wound the push and slow down Revolt a little more, as Hickman in electrical. And now assembly, as Ran7 does find the kill on Pixel player. Ran7 definitely putting in the work for Revolt here. Just trying to do just as much damage as they can do, as Hazel currently over in electrical right now. God Jambo takes out Schemos. It's a 3 versus 4. VRF have a lot of work to do. This could be a good start for them, as Hickman trying to find some shots through the wall. Dex looking to take out as Alex Silence finds Hickman. Alex on the roam there. Pushes into Janitor. Ran7 looks for a kill there. Hazel swinging Alex Silence, but Alex takes out one. Gets refragged by Ran7. It's now a 1 versus 3. Ran recovers that EMP, rotating through Orange Hallway at the moment, heading into Orange Storage, as we have about 35 seconds left on the clock. And VRF are in a good spot right now. Ran7 going to need to clutch up here, take out all 3 VRF players to get that EMP planted, and then burn enough time so that VRF cannot defuse it. But Ran7 pushing in. Oh, my Dex takes out Ran7. And just like that, VRF, 1 round. Yeah, that's the round they needed. 1 round off of tying it up from Revolt.
Yeah, definitely a good position for VRF to be in. They're definitely going to be a lot happy about that. I think the chance of them taking back this round is definitely on the board again. And they're in a pretty good position now with the Vezins. And a fair amount of money. Even though RVL does still have a full set of Vezins, they're definitely in a good position to start taking this back. A good round there for VRF.
Yeah, and of course, Revolt, they had some reserves to fall back on. They do have all their Vezins still, but VRF, this could be the momentum that they needed to push for victory. Again, they can still win this, but they're going to need to win 3 more rounds over Revolt right now. So we'll see if it happens. Revolt looking to pick up a tie here for map 2, at least a tie. That would
Yeah, they're only 1 round off for a third. They're only 1 round off a third map, so yeah, it's a good position for them.
Absolutely. So we do see foam applied to the storage hatch. Oh, as Alex Silence takes out Hickman. That's an early frag to give up for Revolt. But Alex is on 48 health. Did get hit by Hickman before taking out Hickman, as we see a door blocker right there on lockers. And this is an interesting door blocker strategy. They're both blocking off lockers, specifically the rotation through blue hallway and storage. We'll see as a drone tossed by Revolt. Wait, was it? I don't think it was.
I think they messed up the
Doesn't look
drone. I
like-
think they might have dropped it without activating it down the hatch.
Oh, yeah.
Even
It's not a well, not the
the
best
pros
from
make
Revolt.
mistakes, everyone.
Yeah. As we do see Tipic taking out that drone, but it probably gathered that Tipic is in there. I don't know. I think God Jambo was out in orange vending, so Revolt possibly doesn't know that there are two people in lockers as they toss. What was that? What got tossed to? Oh, it's breaching foam. Tossed to Zav the Slav, who does foam that storage wall, looking to get into cubby for that quick plant. Zav looking to bait out those trip mines. Oh, just not quite. There they go. Good movement from Zav right there as Hazel over in blue hallway along with Zav, along with Ran 7 as well. As Schema's Zav now rotating over to blue vending's decks in the back behind the cabinet. As there's the breach on the storage wall. Oh, it's a two-prong from blue vendings and storage. Pixel player tucked with that frag, but really kind of stuck right there. Tossing a frag, and oh my goodness! But Hazel takes out Pixel player. Pretty low, does get the heal off as Alex Silence in connector right now, and oh, this is a good entrance from Revolt as Ran 7 takes out Dex. Tipic finds Schemas. Ran 7 with the double on Alex Silence. It's now a 2 versus 3. It's up to Tipic and God Jambo. Oh my goodness, this Tipic drops 2! God Jambo takes out Hazel! VRF tied it up! No way!
Every time people think it might be over for some of these players, they just completely. It's almost like they're showing off, like almost out of spite that they go for these clutches, these amazing plays, and take these rounds. Great play from Tipic and Jambo there. Props to them for keeping VRF in the running. Now 5-5. RVL needs one more round to send them to a third map, and VRF needs 2 rounds to take the entire EU finals and the $2,500 prize pool. So it's important. These few rounds are important.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, the $2,500 US, 5 eye socks, and 5 of those Kiwi Quest 2 battery headset straps. Of course, we'll see what happens here. VRF, they're well, both of these teams are 1 round off of match point, and it's going to be very, very important. If VRF secure round 6 right here on this round, on round 11, then they'll be in the possibility of winning the entire EU finals on round 12. If Revolt win here, they've done everything they need to do. They secured the tie. So we will see. We would see a third map in that case, but they're going to want to push for victory as well, so that they can set the teams even on the third map. So both of these teams have a lot to gain by winning this round. It's going to be very, very important. Both teams want to win this game right here. VRF, they've extended into conference at the moment as Pixel player.
Getting
God
aggressive
Jambo
on the
goes to
defense.
conference. Yeah, very, very aggressive as they're possibly getting into the realm of overextending, but Pixel takes out Hazel. Uh-oh, that's an early frag for Revolt to give up, and they're on a force eco. Oh, no. This could be very bad for Revolt here. Hickman. Oh, Alex Silence takes out Zav the Slav as Hickman pushing up into lobby. Uh-oh. We see Ran 7. Oh, Pixel player finds Hickman.
No.
What a spot there from Pixel player. And it's now just down to Schemos and Ran 7. Oh no, this could be very, very bad for Revolt. Might it be worth it to try and salvage as much as they can here?
It honestly might be, if they can, like, they're probably not going to have enough for a full set of Vezes going to the next round. it's not looking good for them. If they don't have those Vezins into that last round, it puts VRF in a great situation to take this. It's getting dangerously close, and RVL are going to be scared now as Pixel picks up that last kill. This is it. This round is the most crucial for $2,500. This is a very important round. And they just don't have... They do have Vezins, but it's just not the same kind of firepower without the same kind of utility that VRF does.
Revolt have come so far in these playoffs, along with VRF. But they are going to try their hardest to avoid a 2-0 or a 2-0 loss to VRF. That would be just absolutely heartbreaking. Right now, they have to tie this game up. It's absolutely not impossible. They do have Vezins. They got 2 heals. They got a drone, breaching foam, and they have a flashbang as well, a cloaking device. They've got the util, but VRF looking very, very good. I mean, this would be an impressive comeback from VRF. It looks like, I mean, they were 3-5 at one point. This could be potentially a 4-round comeback from VRF. We'll see what happens. This is round 12. It could be the final round of the EU playoffs as Hazel up on the hatch right now, taking out that door blocker into storage. Typic with that frag and the Vezin there. Hickman moving into blue hallway as Hazel dropping into storage, finds a kill on God Jambo. It's an early frag for VRF to give up as Hickman takes out Alex Silence. Typic in lockers, might get pressed, but finds a kill on Hazel. Schemos will take out Typic with that refrag. It's now a 2 versus 4. It's just down to Dex and Pixel Player. They're the last 2 VRF members standing. Revolt may have done what they need to secure that tie, but VRF certainly not out of this yet. There's plenty of time left in this round as Dex looking to take out that drone, spotted now by it. It does take it out as an instant toss way in the back. Pixel Player tossing a frag out. Forces Schemers. Oh my goodness, Pixel Player takes out Hickman. Pixel Player finds a double kill. Dex in the back, taken up by Zap the Slavas. Pixel takes out Ran 7. It's a 1 versus 1. Could VRF win this right here? It's just out of Zap the Slav against Pixel Player. As Zab looks to take out Pixel. They both miss their shots. Pixel Player on 48 health right now. Zab on 15. Zab takes out Pixel Player.
We are going to a third game.
We're gonna see a third map.
Wow, that was so close. Down to a 1v1. Zav clutching it up for the team. He is going to be happy now as we get ready to go into a third game. It came down to 1 round. It came down to 1 player, and still he pulled through for his team and he got that clutch. Amazing to see. Just beautiful gameplay. And you were almost worried for Zav when he missed those first few shots. You were like, it's over. He was 1 shot from any distance, body shot or headshot. He was 1 shot, but he did it for the team. Amazing play there from Zav and all of RVL clutching that up. Wow. Of course, props to VRF for taking this back 3 rounds in a row when it almost seemed over for them. They did an amazing job. Pixel Player on 13 kills, Dex on 11, Alex on 10. More than half their team went positive there. A great job from them. Zav and Hickman, only 2 players on RVL going positive, so you can see how close of a game it was.
Yeah, so just running through that scoreboard one more time. Pixel Player 13-9, Dex 11-7, Alex Silence 10-9, God Jambo 5-7, Typic 6-8. Over on Revolt, Zav the Slav 10-6, Hickman 11-10, Hazel 9-10, Ran 7 5-10, and Schemos 5-9. And what a round and what a clutch by Zav the Slav. As the third map, well, that means it's going to be Skyscraper right now, and this could be a decider. Again, the only issue with what happened for Revolt there is that they tied up the second map. They did not win it. So this puts them in a bit of a precarious situation. It's not, the worst, but they have to push for victory on this third map, because right now, because VRF has the only series point here and the second one was voided, that means that if VRF, all they have to do is either win or tie up this map. And if they do either one of those, they're going to win the whole series. Revolt, in order to go to a fourth map, they have to win this final map on Skyscraper. It has to be a win from Revolt. Now, we've seen a lot of impressive stuff happening from these teams in both rounds, or in both games, and Revolt put in a lot of work there on that map, and it really paid off. VRF, of course, not to downplay their success as well. They almost won that final, they almost won that final round there, and it looked like it could have been over for Revolt, but wow, VRF, they clutched that up, and VRF, they're gonna look to win or tie up this final map. Anything to add, Finto?
Not really, just amazing gameplay. This is the highest level of gameplay in Europe. It's amazing to see these two teams come so close. Now as we go to the third, thank you though to TTV Winter for the raid. We are now at 99 viewers, which is absolutely insane to think about. He was streaming to support Fuse, so some good support there from I think probably some of his friends. So thank you for raiding and bringing some people over here. Definitely going to be a good third round, so stick about, because I think it's only going to get better and better and more intense.
Absolutely, and wow, what a shocking turn of events there. I just watched Pixel Player teleport or phase through a wall. So that was an interesting sight. But yeah, it's been a thrilling experience, and I'm glad that the finals are heading to a third map, which we are actually getting started with right now. Good luck to both teams. Of course, again,
This is
Revolt needs to win this game. VRF only have to win or tie this map. What do you think the strategy is going to be for this first round over on Revolt, Finto?
It's going to be difficult. Of course, it's well known that this is a defender-sided map, so they're gonna have to be fast with their attacks and not get taken out by the many angles there are for them to cover. See if they can catch VRF off guard with a swift attack. I think that's going to be the plan. Playing slow on Skyscraper is really difficult. There's not many places to hide. There's not many angles you can hide behind. Everything is really open, and there's so many doors to watch from. And the attacks tend to be really linear, so speed is a major factor. And I think that's going to be the main factor for RVL, and that's what I think they've definitely shown to be very good at fast attacks. I think that's going to be what they bring out today.
Yeah, and currently we see Fuse, Schemos, and Sav the Slav all outside of Upper Lounge. Pixel Player is actually waiting in Upper Lounge. We have Hickman downstairs making an entry into Lower North from Courtyard. As Zav, Fuse, Schemos still on those windows. We have Hazel up at the top of North Stairs, of course, running that drone right now, looking to spot, and does spot Pixel Player. But Dex, Alex Silence, and VR Floopy, who is subbing for VRF. They were all stacking up at that door for a moment there. Tossing an instant out there, hoping to keep Revolt out of there for a little bit longer. Frag that doesn't hit any. Pixel Player takes out Hazel early, as Hickman picks up the kill on Alex Silence. We see Hickman now getting up on that bench. There's Fuse foaming the wall into Site A, which is storage. Pixel Player tucking right behind that fire extinguisher. May swing out on Revolt. Hickman checking that corner, finds the kill on Pixel Player, who looked away at the wrong time. VR Floopy takes out Hickman, gets refragged by Fuse. Tipic looking to get into Cubby, but Zav will find that kill. As Dex, now rotating through the storage hallway, does have that Spectral, as Fuse is getting that EMP planted, and Dex takes out one. but does get refragged by Zav the Slav to give round 1 of map 3 to Revolt.
Yeah, it looks like they played for picks quite slowly at the start, but then as soon as they had control, they knew they had control of the area outside of sight. It's just fast, you know, catch VRF off guard. The coordination was really good, and taking rounds on Sky, and then going with 4 Vezins into the second round, which basically, if they can keep those 4 Vezins and get the 5th one to the 3rd round, that basically gives them, if they can win the 3rd round as well, that gives them 3 Vezins straight away. 3 rounds straight away, which attacking is a good position for them to be in. They need to win this game to go to a 4th, which would be an exciting come if we went to a 4th game today. It's definitely a possibility with the skill RVLs showing on this map, especially on attack.
Yeah, definitely. And we'll see. Of course, remember that VRF win or tie, and Revolt need to win. We'll see what the result is here. But currently, Revolt with a very, very positive start. They are running 4 of those round 2 Vezins heading into the second round here, which is going to be very difficult for VRF to deal with. They're going to need to get pretty creative here if they wanted to deny some of that value from Revolt. What's crazy enough is I've seen teams bring round 2 Vezins on round 2, and they've lost. They've lost even with those round 2 Vezins. So Revolt has to be careful here. They have to make sure they win this round, because if they lose these round 2 Vezins, it would be very bad for them for the rest of the first half here. We see a frag tossed out. That collects a few of them, but that's the only grenade other than Floopy's one smoke. There's Hazel takes out Alex, silence Hazel. Pixel player looked to swing. Or Hazel looked to swing Pixel.
Floopy swung out, got the kill on Hickman there.
Yes, Hickman finds a kill, goes down to Floopy. It's a 3 versus 3 right now. VRF have done an excellent job of evening the score here, as we see a smoke toss by Floopy, who's on 43 health at the moment. Tipic tucking right by that storage cabinet, as we have a minute 40 left on the clock. Plenty of time for Revolt to make a move here, and VRF just sticking to conference. Dex looks to swing, gets taken out by Schemos, who's now on 30 health. Fuse does pop that heal on Schemos. It's now a 2 versus 3. It's rough for VRF at the moment. They only have 2 Spectrals up to deal with the remaining 3 Vezins from Revolt. Tipic finds Fuse before going down. Schemos takes out Tipic, and if Revolt can deny maybe a 3rd Vezin from... Ooh, Zav the Slab takes out Floopy.
First headshot, yeah, but it just didn't get the second one, leaving Zav on 7 HP. A good round from VRF, though, taking out 3 players with just the pistols, which is going to ruin RVL's eco slightly. They still have enough to buy 5 Vezins, I believe, but they're not going to have the same kind of attachments and utility that VRF's going to be able to afford going to this round. So a pretty good round, especially considering they had pistols versus Vezins.
Absolutely. And we do see 5 Vezins from VRF again. They did an excellent job denying the remaining 2 Vezins from Revolt. They probably would have liked to pick up a 3rd there, but I'd say getting 2 of them out was already a good result from VRF, and that's going to put a little bit more pressure on the eco for Revolt. If they do lose this round, that would put VRF in a very advantageous position, and Revolt, they might not be able to scrape a Vezin together for Zav or Hickman if VRF wins this round. We'll see what happens. This Pixel player currently out in server. Zav opening up the red room there with that drone, looking to spot Pixel, and does, just moving that drone around, being kind of irritating to Pixel as it's on the top of the servers. What a frag! Ooh, but it doesn't take out Pixel player just yet. That could have been very, very bad for Pixel. but just escaped that frag in time as we see Hickman dropping on the south stairs. Now moving over into servers through the broadcast hallway. We see Alex at the end of the broadcast hallway right now. Hazel tucking in the middle of the broadcast hallway as Pixel Player up at the front of server room. VR Floopy up at the VR Floopy up at the front of broadcast room as Hazel takes out Alex Silence, shuts down the player watching the hallway. As we have Zav the Slav pushing out. Oh, but Floopy takes out Hazel with the Marui. Not something you often see in the pros right here as Hickman over in server. Floopy takes out Fuse. Pixel Player finds Hickman. Floopy takes out a third, but gets refragged by Schemas. As it's now just down to Schemas to clutch this round up for VRF. Might go for a salvage here, which would not be the worst idea from Revolt. Probably the best case scenario to get away with a Vezin and a heal and a cloak. But that did not go well for Revolt. On the plus side, that was a very, very good round for VRF.
Yeah, definitely able to deny a lot of those players the eco. They held that amazingly. They didn't even let them in the site. As I said earlier in the cast, RVL needs their momentum for the pushes. They need to, if they lose that momentum, if they get taken out, the entry fraggers, as they push in, they just don't have the same kind of attack. It's not just doesn't work as well for them. As you can see here, a few players went down and they all backed off a bit, and now it's just Skimos up on the roof doing a little dance as the rest of VRF sit and wait for the round to end.
Yeah, and this is a good time to take a look at the scoreboard here. VR Floopy on top of the VRF leaderboard, 5-3. Pixel Player 3-2. Dex 1-2 along with Tipic. And Alex Silence 0-3. Over on Revolt, Zav the Slav 3-1. Fuse 1-2. Schemos 3-1. Hickman 3-3. And Hazel 2-3. So, time is going to expire on round 3 here, giving VRF their first point. Remember, VRF, they need to secure either a draw or a win to win the whole series. Revolt needs to win this so that they can go to a fourth map where they can push for victory there. And if we do have, if the fourth map ends as another tie between the teams, then it would...
Everyone's favorite rule.
Everybody's favorite rule that became a copy pasta after Revolt versus IVI, then it would be determined by the amount of rounds won by the teams altogether.
Yeah, at this point, I'm sure the whole league has that rule memorized. It's definitely quite funny just to see that in the chat afterwards. But yeah, it's definitely a possibility once again that could happen with the now VRF taking another round with the Vezins going into this fourth round. They could even it up after this and carry that momentum.
Absolutely. And we see Revolt Schemos did save that Vezin from the previous round. It's, I guess, more of a hero buy right now. Hazel picking up an RCP. And they do have 2 heals over on Revolt. They're looking to get control of this game again, which is risky if they lose their, RCP and their Vezin here. Schemers would be able to afford one next round. They could probably recover with some reserves, and they'd have to scrape again on Revolt. But VRF, they had a very good round there. They picked up their first point. And they're looking to pick up their second and tie it up. And hopefully for VRF, they can tie it up or at least push for victory on in the first half. But Revolt definitely trying to avoid that happening. They're trying to go to that fourth map. Ooh, as that drone moving in, spotting Floopy over in the corner, who decides to stay on top of the box. That could be very risky for Floopy if Revolt knows where Floopy is at the moment. We do see Fuse, Hickman, and Hazel all stacking outside of the green room hallway as Hazel looking to push in and go to the storage hallway. Alex Silence in the back of the storage hallway along with Pixel Player. That could be quite problematic for Revolt As 3 players now move in front of green room. Tipic over in green room is Floopy looking to find some kills here. Getting pressed in the corner, takes out Hickman, gets refragged by Fuse. As we see Dex behind the site B bomb. Tipic moving to the back of the green room right now. As Schemo's right outside, we see a frag toss. Oh, Tipic takes out Fuse with that frag. Uh-oh. Yeah, what a fantastic frag as Hazel in the doorway. Schemas still has that Vezin as Tipic watching by the camera there, looking to pick up a kill on Hazel. Gets that heal off as Hazel pushing in. Does have that RCP, may find a kill on Tipic and looks to find one. Schemas pushing around the left, but Dex defends. Dex defends Tipic as Hazel in the back by the breach, taken out by Alex Silence. It's now just down to Savage. He's on 1 health right now, and Dex picks up that kill to tie it up and give VRF a tie. Heading into the rest of this first half.
It is a good position for VRF, but still, RVL managing to get even just 2 rounds, even if this does go to a 4-2, even getting 2 rounds on attack is a good position to be in on Skyscraper, especially considering this map is quite defense-sided, which really shows how RVL are quite skilled at the attack, but VRF doing an excellent job at taking back these rounds now with this momentum. Even though RVL do have these 5 Vezins, with this kind of momentum, I do see them going 4-2 in the first half.
And we'll see. This is Revolt's Vezin round, and I mean, depending on how aggressive Revolt plays, they could get around up on VRF here. They need to get creative with their push, and they need to push fast. That's kind of the key to offense here. You want to kind of mitigate the advantage of the roamer on Skyscraper. That's quite difficult to do, but a team needs a lot of coordination and practice to be able to do that. However, from what I've seen recently, a well-executed offense is the bane of a defense on this map. And actually, I've seen aggressive teams have an advantage when they're on offense, which is very strange for Skyscraper. So anything could really happen, is the point I'm trying to make there. As Pixel Player does take out that drone. Zav again on Red Room does move in as Pixel Player in server. Floopy looking to find some shots through the wall there. We do have Fuse up in the vent along with Schemas. And Pixel Player tried to get an early frag through that vent, but just didn't find one. Oh, as Floopy takes out Hickman through the wall. What a well-timed wall bang there. Pixel Player with a double frag takes up a Zav and Fuse. Oh no, as Pixel with the third on Schemos. It's now just down to Hazel, who's all the way over on South Stairs at the moment. This has not gone well for Revolt at all.
The Murray buy starting to make sense now with the wall bangs there. He was easily able to take out the players through the wall, like he was shooting them with a Vezin without the wall. I think that's definitely a benefit of the Murray. It's got those heavier hitting shots through the wall bang. And then Pixel with that grenade, perfectly placed, sliding it through that small crack in the servers, I believe. Able to pick up 2, completely ruining RVL's momentum. And basically now with Hazel on the save, giving this round to VRF.
And Hazel only able to pull a Vezin out of this round, which is better than nothing, but doesn't have any kind of utility to bring over into the next round. That's going to be another added expense for Revolt. Of course, the next round is going to be the halftime round. VRF are going to head into it with 1 round ahead of Revolt at the moment. We'll see if they can secure a 4-2 heading into the second half. VRF probably want to do that. That would give them the best case scenario right now. But Revolt, they're obviously not out of it yet. They may be able to afford a Vezin. We'll see. They don't have a whole lot of money, but they certainly won't be able to buy too much apart from those Vezins. We'll see if they can afford them at all. This is a good time to check up on the scoreboard. VR Floopy 7-4, Pixel Player 6-2, Dex 3-2, Tipic 2-2, and Alex Silence 1-3. Over on Revolt, Fuse 2-4, Zav the Slav 3-3, Hickman 3-5, Schemos 3-3, and Hazel 2-4. Wonder what the plan is going to be from Revolt on this final round. Any thoughts, Finto, on what they might need to do to pick up this final round?
It's going to be difficult on the attack with VRF, lots of Vezins, lots of util, lots of money to burn. An RVL with probably a single Vezin going into this round. It's going to be difficult for them. Possibly just get really aggressive with the attacks, catch players out. And it looks like they've got 3 Vezins. Possibly just get aggressive with the attacks, catch players out. Open as many walls as possible. And show the skill they did in the earlier rounds of the game. The first 2 rounds that they took. I think that's definitely going to be the best play for them here.
We'll certainly see. It is going to be a bit of a challenge for Revolt, as I mentioned in the previous round. They can get some Vezins together, but not much else. Zav sticking with an RL this round as we have Breaching Foam, a heal, a cloak, and it looks like a frag possibly from Revolt. Yeah, that's about all they can afford for this round. They're stretching their pockets thin, and we'll see if it's enough to give them a tie heading into the second half. Of course, VRF have plenty of money right now, more than they could ever hope to spend, as we are going to enter the final round. The final round of the first half, and we'll see what happens here. Could VRF go in with a 4-2 lead, or could Revolt tie it up? Anything can happen, but Pixel Player finds a very early quick pick on Hazel. And that's not a good start for Revolt. They lost a player quite early there, as we do see Schemos and Hickman out on the catwalk just outside of lobby. We do have a drone looking through lobby, trying to find any kind of roamer from VRF. But again, they're not really roamers over on VRF. They stick pretty close to the site. Fuse, of course, over on the south stairs at the moment. We do have Pixel Player watching that window still in the back of Site A, kind of playing the center of it at the moment. Fuse is getting foam on that wall. We do have a smoke toss by VRF, and there's a static behind that wall, just on lower south at the moment. And VRF have anticipated that office push. Zavdislav now over outside of the office window there. Pixel Player picked up the kill on Hazel at that same window. Oh, they definitely hear Zav out there right now as the Ensign is tossed. And it looks like that wall might be a bit of a distraction from Revolt at the moment, as Zavdislav is grappling up the side, looking to head up to the roof. Possibly change up the strategy there, as we do see Hickman take out Tipic. Hickman over in bathrooms at the moment does recover that, well, already had a Vezin. Recover the Vezin for Zavdislav. As we see Schemos take out Alex Silence, Dex finds Hickman, who takes out Dex after going down with a post-death frag. It's now a 2 versus 3. Revolt have done an excellent job with this push. Can they tie it up heading into the second half? We'll find out, as Fuse, Schemos, and Zavdislav all in the back of bathrooms at the moment. Schemos looking to peek out at that bathroom breach. Pixel, VR, Floopy in the back as Floopy takes out Schemos, making excellent work of that Marui, but Zavdislav on the roam, outside the window, takes out Floopy.
It's a 1v1.
Of course, refrag. It's a 1v1 right now. It's just down to Fuse versus Pixel Players. Fuse looking to get the EMP planted. Oh, trying to stick it. And does, but Pixel. Oh my goodness, what a flag. As Fuse takes out Pixel Player, and it's a tie heading into the second half.
That was a great play there, managing to stick the plant. As they say, pros don't fake, and he did not fake it. He went for it. Pixel did not expect that. He did not rush it, and he let him plant that. Once it was planted, he brought up the Vezin, and that was it. It was over. And that round it goes to RVL, drawing it up. Yeah, an incredible play now. 3-3. It's going to be tricky for VRF to take this back, but they only need 2 rounds to guarantee a victory for them, I believe. They only need the draw.
Yeah, that's a very good point. VRF, I mean, again, all they need to do, win or draw. But Revolt, that round gave them some confidence there that they probably needed to win the rest of this game. Of course, the last round, or the last game they played was a 6-6 tie, and Zav the Slav clutched it up, taking out Pixel Player to put Revolt in this third map. It seems, the longer Revolt plays, the better they or the more momentum they get. I saw that same kind of pattern with Revolt versus IVI. They started off with a bit slow on the pace, but as time went on, they worked out all of their problems and they adapted quite fast. We'll see what happens here, as we do have Floopy and Tipic up in the vent at the moment. Pixel Player, Dex looking to enter servers. We do have Zav and Hazel over by the screen in broadcast. Hickman outside the server room right now, tucking in that corner of the broadcast room. Might swing out and find a kill as Pixel Player, Tipic. Oh, Tipic swings. Zav the Slav team kills Hickman. Oh no! Not a good start for Revolt at all, as VRF now pushing into broadcast. Pixel Player looking to get that EMP planted. Gemos and Zav the Slav, as well as Hazel, all by the broadcast as, Floopy takes out Hazel. Zav finds a kill on Tipic as Floopy drops a double kill. Fuse takes out Alex Science. Pixel Player finds Zav the Slav. Fuse! Oh my goodness! Fuse
with
dropped
the
like
1v1.
4 of them. But it came down to the end there, and Dex took out Fuse to give the lead to VRF. And my feed didn't update fast enough there, but I was kind of confused. But yeah, Fuse dropped 4 at the end, but got refragged by Dex. That gave VRF the lead in the second half.
Yeah, that's really good position for VRF. Although only coming down to one player is not going to be the best economy for them. No Vezins going into this round, so it's just going to be pistols and pistols again. But if they can pull off something like that again, that's 5-3 for them. They only need to win one more round after that. So it's looking like a good position for VRF right now to take this. Remember, only 2 rounds left between them and $2,500.
Yeah, I'm wondering as I'm looking at this if this possibly a little mind game from VRF. They're not picking up a round 2 Vezin. However, they are spending a lot of money here. Possibly they're anticipating that Revolt wouldn't buy too much, because Revolt would be expecting a round 2 Vezin. So we'll see if it pays off for VRF. Currently, we do have 2 Cyclones, a Spectral, and 2 Jespers from Revolt. And over on VRF, a Taurus, 2 Cyclones, and 2 Spectrals from VRF. We'll see what happens with this push, if VRF can maintain this lead, or if Revolt can bring up a tie. And of course, VRF, if they secure round 6 here, they will win the whole series. They'll win the finals. But we'll see what happens. Of course, Revolt not out of this yet. They are only 1 round down. Hazel up on the top of the box in green room as Tipic getting ready to swing that door. Ooh, getting hit by Hazel as Floopy takes out Hickman. Pixel Player finds out the slab. It's a good opening for VRF as Pixel Player. Ooh, Alex Silence takes out Fuse. A frag toss way to the back of green room. That gets Schemos down to 1 health. It's now just down to Schemos. And Hazel is another frag toss deep into green room. And Schemos is taken out by VRF. Floopy. It's now just down to Hazel, who takes out Tipic. Getting pressed, but takes out Pixel Player. Finds a double kill, gets the heal off. Oh no, but Alex Silence finds the kill on Hazel to give VRF a 2-round lead. They're now in the danger zone over on Revolt. They have to win 4 straight rounds to win this game, and in order to secure that 4th map.
Yeah, it's one round off now. I guess you could technically consider this match point, even though technically the next round will be match point. This is basically might as well be for Revolt. This is the round that VRF needs to take, or any round after it, to win BCL EU finals. It's coming down to this. Months and months of playing, practicing, scrims, matches, breachers in general is now down to 1 round the VRF needs to win.
It all comes down to this, as Finto said it perfectly. Revolt They need a 4-round comeback against VRF. VRF, they need to secure 1 round. And then VRF would be the winners of the EU finals. What is going to happen? We're about to find out. And I hope you all enjoy this broadcast as well. We're about to see possibly the end of it. We do have Pixel Player, VR Floopy, Alex Silence, Dex, all moving into upper lounge. Currently, Hazel over by Radio. Schemos in mixing. Hazel taking out that drone early. Let's see, will VRF win this round? We do have Zav and Hickman now rotating over to A. It looks like it's possibly going to be a radio push from VRF. There's Pixel Player pushing up in the upper north hallways. Hazel finds a kill. Hazel with a double on Dex. This could be what Revolt needed. If they can get some momentum here, it could carry with them for the rest of this game. We see Floopy
Yeah,
getting
they
tagged.
definitely need that. Oh, he doesn't get that frag either. Hazel is holding that angle and she's
Fuse
not
with the
giving up.
flank! Takes out Floopy! As it's now just a 2 versus 4. And Alex Silence outside of podcast at the moment. It looks like it is going to be a salvage play from VRF. That was smart. And it looks like they are going to salvage and try again next round. But oh my goodness, that could have gone better for VRF. But Revolt, they're going to be quite pleased with this round. They keep all 5 of those Vezins and they force VRF to salvage, and they've definitely damaged that eco.
Yeah, but I think VRF should be able to afford those 3 Vezins afterwards if I remember correctly. The amount of money that they seem to have left over, I think, is enough to buy those Vezins, plus the 2 Vezins carrying over from Alex and Tipic is going to guarantee some attachment as well. So I think it's a smart decision to go 5-4 and then go into the next round with a full set of Vezins, syringes, and attachments.
And this is a good time to go over the scoreboard here. Fuse 7-6, Hazel 6-7, Hickman 5-8, Dav the Slav 5-6, and Schemos 4-6 over on VRF. Floopy 12-7, Pixel Player 10-6, Dex 5-4, Alex Silence 3-5, Tipic 2-5. We've seen Revolt. I mean, this happened in the IVI. It looked like they were going to be defeated for a moment, and then they came back and they clutched it, and they were able to move on to the finals. They are in a very dangerous spot right now. Again, all it takes for VRF to win the whole thing is 1 round. And if they get on that match point of this, as Finta pointed out, this is more of match point for this round. If they guarantee a tie, they will win. So Revolt, they're going to have to really put in the work here over the next 4 rounds, but make that 3 rounds as they pick up this round. That gives them a 4-5 game. They're only 1 round off of VRF at the moment. What will happen, I wonder? What's the play going to be here for this this round, Finta? I mean, the sites are going to be
it's going to be
downstairs. It's going to be management and conference.
It's going to be util, safe play, and they cannot afford to lose this. I can imagine the comms in RDL right now. They are going to be telling each other, don't do stupid things, no ego pushes, don't waste stuff, because it is important that they do not get anything wrong here. They cannot lose this round or either of these 2 rounds going forward. And on the VRF side, it's going to be intense. There's going to be high adrenaline, and they're going to be ready for this push. I think they're going to be going fast and aggressive, and they're going to be locked in.
Absolutely. And of course, the previous round could have been the last round of this game. This round could be the last round of this game. Revolt have a lot of eco here. They need to get a win on this map so they can go to a 4th, and we'll see what that 4th map would be, depending on if Revolt can clutch this up and get their win on this map. They do still have 3 rounds to win before that can happen. Fuse over in Cubby. VRF have spent a lot of money on this round. So if VRF loses this one, that could be the catalyst for Revolt to move into the 4th map. We'll find out. Fuse rotating out of green room at the moment. I think spotted by that drone. Now in storage hallways. Alex Silence
Fuse
just
on the
the edge
lurk.
of storage. Yeah. Fuse up on the lurk. There's VR Floopy with that frag grenade. Foam on the management hatch. Zab the slab, of course, playing center right behind that bomb. Does have an instant prime. There's a frag toss. Ooh, that gets Zab to about half health. Not a good start. Well, not the ideal start for Revolt, but they can certainly compensate as Hickman takes out Tipic with a frag. That's a good start for Revolt. As Hazel takes out Pixel Player. This could be what they needed over on Revolt. Fuse still upstairs. Now just slowly pushing through the storage hallway. Now moving into storage to try and find the cleanup kills on Alex Silence and VR Floopy Dex. Now outside of lower lounge. I wonder. Oh, Dex picks up the kill on Hickman.
Clean
Now
headshot.
if VRF plays for picks here and they find some more on Revolt, I wonder if they're going to continue to press the attack, or do you think the smarter decision right now would be to salvage and go for the next round after this?
I think 3 versus 4 when you have the 2 Vezins and a Murray. I think that if I was in VRF, I would go for it. There's definitely a good chance for them here. But it'd be a tricky decision for them to make. Floopy's going in.
Floopy swinging into lower lounge, has foam on that wall. This is it for VRF. They're going all or nothing in on this. This Dex still watching that window in lower lounge. Schemos in the back behind those boxes. Zav still behind the bomb there. Oh, as Hazel takes out Dex, Floopy swings in, finds a kill on Zav. This could be the development that VRF needed. They need to get that EMP down and fast. Less than 30 seconds on the clock as Schemos takes out Alex Silence. VR's Floopy looks to swing, finds the kill on Schemos. Needs to get that EMP planted or take out both Hazel and Fuse. Oh, but Hazel finds the kill on VR Floopy. And Revolt have tied it up. Could we see them secure this map win? They only need 2 more rounds to do it, but again, if VRF picks up even a single round, they will win.
Yeah, this is getting intense. RVL, they need 2 rounds here. VRF needing 1. If I was in VRF, I think I would gamble. I think I would take this round to. I think I would not. I think I'd eco this round and have the full set of Vezins going into what would be the final round of the game and go for the draw. But it's a difficult decision for VRF here, whether they want to try and force this victory right now and risk their chances at winning it all, or save and risk it all for a final round.
This is an interesting possible compromise here. It looks like it's going to be a hero buy. Alex Silence running the Vezin for the team, while the rest of them eco. That seems like a good balance between Finta's idea and what VRF was doing. It looked like they were pushing for Vezins at first, but they decided not to do that. So we'll see. This could give them the eco they need. Oh no, a disconnect from VRF. Hopefully, they're trying to stop Jonathan from entering the north stairs, standing in front of him at the moment. Jonathan might be. I think Jonathan's a pretty smart bot. We'll see. Listening to Floopy at the moment, they're just trying to keep. They're going for a selfie here
with the EMP
with the bot Jonathan. As they're still just waiting. No, Jonathan. Jonathan is going down to courtyard. They need that reconnect, and they need it fast from VRF. Oh no, it's Dex over by upper lounge. Jonathan right off the courtyard window here might break in. What is Jonathan doing?
Forget the...
Jambo reconnects just in time. Wow. Jambo down in courtyard at the moment. Tipic and VR Floopy both on north stairs. An instant toss and a smoke toss by VRF as Hazel pushing up. Finds the kill on Tipic through the smoke. Floopy does have a frag prime, tossing it into upper lounge. Doesn't find anybody in there. As Alex Silence gonna want to put in some work with the Vezin here. Gonna try and pick up some kills on Revolt at the moment. As they all move into upper lounge at the moment. We see foam on the A wall. Alex Silence getting tagged a bit. Kind of running around as we see Hickman in the back of Site A along with Schemos and Zavdislav Hazel behind the crate. VR Floopy pushing up to the breach along with Dex. Is that a frag? I know it doesn't look like anything was tossed in, but Floopy just baiting out as Alex Silence takes out Hickman. And every kill that Alex Silence gets here is going to make things even more difficult for Revolt. But Hazel dropping 2 as Alex takes out 2. Oh my goodness, there's a 2 versus 2 right now. Zavdislav does find the kill on the God Jambo as Alex getting pressed right now. Finds the kill on Fuse. No way could we see this. Zavdislav looking to take out Alex Silence. It's a 1 versus 1. Can Alex push for victory? No! Zavdislav takes out Alex and pushes for victory here. However, Revolt lost all 4 of their players. It just came down to Zav, so they are going to be, well, I thought they were going to be a little bit down on money, but no, they have plenty of eco. This is it, the final round. This is going to determine if VRF win here or if Revolt walk away and get a 4th map.
Yeah, this is intense now. Both teams with Vezins, both teams ready for a 4th map, or a win right here. This is a round for $2,500. One of the most intense Breachers rounds that these players will have ever been in. Will RVL keep on fighting, or will VRF take this here, end it now, and claim victory for BCL EU? We're gonna see now as these players get ready to go into this round.
You feel nervous for these players, you know. There's
my heart is racing and I'm not even playing.
As well as 5 ice stocks and 5 Kiwi Quest 2 battery straps riding on this one round right now. Revolt, I mean, if they win this, they're gonna have to go on a 3rd map and look for a win there, or a 4th map, excuse me. But currently, VR Floopy, God Jambo, Dex, all in servers right now. Oh, frag tossed out! Oh, that finds Floopy! That's an early kill for VRF to give up as we see a 4 versus 5 here. Zavdislav Hickman moving back to the center of broadcast. Dex, God Jambo over in server. Alex Silence dropping server. Typic up in the vent right now. As we see Alex possibly getting ready to swing out on the hallway along with Dex, and they do. Maybe they're going to go for a breach in broadcast hallway. That would be unique, but they have to get past that broadcast door first. We see Hickman trying to find a kill through that wall. Typic, a little over half does get that heal off as Typic just by that server door. There goes the wall. And we see Revolt sticking towards the back of broadcast right now. This could be a small error for Revolt if they give enough room for VRF to get that EMP planted. Okay, Hazel pushing up to the broadcast screen trying to find a shot through the screen onto Typic, who tosses a frag over to the right there, and it looks like VRF might be ready to go in and try and get that EMP planted. We see Hickman, Zav, Fuse, Schemos, and Hazel all in sight B at the moment. Dex takes out Hickman. It's a 4 versus 4 for all the marbles. $2,500 riding on this round as Dex now swings out, finds the kill on Zav, gets refragged by Hazel, who looks to swing in and finds the second on Typic, gets refragged by Alex, but Schemos refrags Alex, and it's now a 1 versus 2. It's just down to God Jambo, and everything is riding on this. If we're going to see a 4th map, or if Revolt are going to tie, or excuse me, if VRF are going to push for a tie here and they win the whole EU series, we'll see. The EMP is on the wall. It's got 2 charges done. It needs a 3rd as God Jambo finishes it. Fuse looking to push around to the left. Oh my goodness, God Jambo finds the kill on Fuse. It's now a 1 versus 1. Fuse was taken out. God Jambo on 74 health is now just down to Schemos, who is pushing up through the server. Oh my goodness! God Jambo finds the kill on Schemos! He clutches it up! And VRF They win the whole thing. They just won the EU finals. 2,500 US dollars, 5 ice stocks, and 5 Kiwi Quest 2 battery straps. And what a
1v2 clutch.
round. Oh my goodness. What a
RVL
clutch
made it here
by
with a
VRF.
clutch like that, and now Jambo takes the game with a clutch like that. He not only takes the game, he takes the playoffs. Not only does he take the playoffs, he takes the whole season for EU. $2,500, 5 ice stocks, Kiwi head straps for VRF, and that's it. That's it. Thank you for everyone for watching today.
Wow. That was incredible. Let me
100
run through the scoreboard really quick. Hazel finished 14-9, Fuse 7-8, Hickman 7-11, Zavdaslav 7-8, Schemo 6-9. Over on VRF, Floopy 14-10, Alex Silence 8-8, Dex 8-7, God Jambo 2-1, and Tipic 2-8. Wow. And can you believe that? That is it. That's the end of the EU finals. VRF, they went through the broadcast there. Or excuse me, the bracket there. They beat out the Dead Marchers. They beat out Wolfpack EU. They beat out Crimson Claw, and they made it to the end. They beat Revolt, and wow, what an incredible round from both of these teams. But VRF walking away today as the winners of the EU Championship.
Amazing to see. You just have to feel good for Jambo. We said at the start of that round, you have to feel worried for these players. You have to feel bad for them. The adrenaline, the pressure they're under. But now you have to feel the happiness and relief that these players will be feeling right now on VRF, especially Jambo. Huge props to him. I think that's going to be one of the best plays of the match, one of the best plays of the season for a huge sum of money.
Something to go in Jambo's compilation.
Yeah, Jambo got some great compilations out there. Really good player. Yeah, wow. They are going to be happy about that one. They are going to be celebrating right now. Yeah, chat is very happy. We are 105 viewers. That is absolutely insane. We thank you all for watching. Biggest thanks, though, go out to Gibular Bob for hosting this cast. His amazing commentary, keeping us all excited and hyped constantly. Thanks to Raze for running the brilliant cams that captured these amazing plays that we've seen today. Thank you to OGY Zuko for making this whole stream possible. And thank you to you for watching. It's been amazing.
And of course, the just real quick before we take off here, the EU second place team, which is Revolt. I mean, you got to feel bad for Revolt. They came very close to getting that 4th map that they needed, but they are still going to walk away with $750 US, 5 Kiwi Quest 2 battery head straps, and 5 eye stocks. And the EU third place, I'm not sure who's in EU third at the moment, is going to win $200. But that's going to do it for this stream today. I'm Gibular Bob. This is my wonderful co-cast Finto. We've got Raves on the cams there. He's done a great job managing all the OBS and the cams this stream. So, real quick, as an update, while I have everybody here, the NA semifinals, we are going to have the second NA semifinal on Monday at 8 p.m. EST, and that is going to be between Wicked and Wrecked. And I believe Eternity won their semifinal. They did. They beat Acer. Tough match there. And big thanks to Tony West Coast and Phil for casting that, by the way. But Eternity are going to face off the winner of Wrecked and Wicked in the NA finals. Now, the NA finals, we're not going to have any matches next week, but the week after, because apparently this is supposed to be an expected update, but that is going to be delayed. So for now, on Monday, we do have that Wicked versus Wreck game. But again, big thanks to everybody. Big thanks to you, the viewer, for coming out here, for supporting the stream. I mean, we hit 105 viewers at the peak. That's a new BCL record, and it's just been unbelievable. But for now, that's going to do it for us. I'm Gibular Bob. This is Finto. We got Race on the cams. And we will see you all next time. Have a good night, everybody.
All right, everyone, ready up.
Alright, let's get it.
You go on the roof, we'll take the side windows.
Can I ball for a minute? Right on. I got this, let it roll like a nightstorm. Forever winning, don't you ever get
They're
in my
incoming,
way.
top
'Cause
level.
otherwise I'ma rise up in your face.
I set the tripwire.
Somebody cover the windows. I've got the ceiling. Get ready to breach.
I hear them. They're behind the wall.
I can see my name in lights. Spark from the heart and it shines so bright. Yeah, let the whole world know. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I can see my name in lights. I'm feeling alright. Yeah, so let the whole world know. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Drone out. Got him. Basement level.
We're close. Plant the EMP. Activating cloak.
He's going for the EMP.
Don't let him through. Planning now, cover me.
We're running out of time. Take him out.
Go, go, go.
Almost there.